of the summer, coming out of a 6-1 deficit. How about a Jackson Powers couple RBI night for him? Futures League Player of the Night. And oh yeah, Jake Howlett, he's smashing the baseball right now. Up and down the lineup, the Sea Unicorns are getting answers. And yes, a 6-out save from Sean Flannery. Lock it down. Win number 24 of the summer for Norwich, and a huge win against the Nashua Silver Knights. The Sea Unicorns now a 2.5 game lead over 5th place Nashua for the 4th and final playoff spot. Good evening, baseball fans. Adam Plager, Logan Rundy with you. It's the final Friday night at Dodd Stadium that has already come our way on July 31st. Big night in Norwich, so much going on. Capital Property Group pregame show. We're happy you're along for the ride. Logan, let's get into it. So much good stuff right now for the Sea Unicorns Ball Club, but let's first start by talking about a big night in Norwich, K-Cancer night, specialty jerseys, the Freemasons Masonic Hair Family Night. They already topped their total from last summer. It's going to be a packed house here against Worcester.
Yeah, it really is. It's a huge night, and I think this is one night during the year that everybody in some way, shape, or form is affected by, and I think that's the cool part about it. You're right, it's going to be a packed house. I think it is supposed to be the most packed house of the summer as well, which is really exciting, especially for these guys who are playing well after last night, coming behind and getting a victory. There's a lot of energy and momentum on that side of things, and of course, it's the final Friday night of the year, so the kids will be out for the fireworks as well. It's going to be a really fun night here in Norwich, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we can't wait. Worcester Bravehearts are making their final trip to the Rose City. Norwich trying to catch them. Just a 2-game lead between Norwich and Worcester. Certainly a big night here today, but arguably the biggest one of the summer for Norwich was last night, one they had to get, and they found a way.
And they found a way, and I think, as you mentioned, last night was probably the biggest night of the year, and I think tonight kind of pairs along with it. I think when you look back at it next week, whether this team enters the playoffs or they don't, you're going to take a look at these 2 games and the results of them specifically to say, this is what we did right. We had to win these 2 games that we got in, or we split, and this was our downfall at some point. So it just depends, and I think a win here tonight will put this team in a really good spot to come the playoffs.
Yeah, they're going to face a very good Worcester team, and their offense is very dynamic. No doubt about that. You're coming off your biggest win, and we talk about highs and lows throughout a summer. How do you balance that out? Because yesterday's big win will not help them win tonight's ball game. Yes, that energy is going to need to translate, though.
It really is, and I think what you can control is what they're going to have to do so. In this case, it is going to be the energy. It's going to be the new jerseys. It's going to be the vibe in the stadium. It's going to be the momentum from last night. That's all within their control. What also is more in their control than not is getting out to fast starts. Last night, obviously not the situation. They were down 5 runs at one point in a 6-1 deficit, and they came back. They've had to do that a few times here in the later stages of the year, and when they were going on that streak and winning, they were getting ahead of teams early on in the ball game, and I think they got to get back to that, especially against a good offense like Worcester. If you let them run early, it's going to be really hard to catch them late.
It seems like last night would have been a game that this group does not overcome that deficit a couple of weeks ago. Feels like a reinvigorated group. What have you noticed maybe the differences from maybe early in June to the back half of July?
I think, obviously, the season's gone on and more maturity, I think, has stepped up here a little bit. A lot of selfish at-bats, honestly, to say it bluntly, and now we're playing more of a team style of baseball, finding ways to just do the little things right, and I think with that, the big things and the wins have come along with it.
It seems like Norwich has also accepted a lot of challenges that have been headed their way. The big comeback win in Lowell, the big comeback win last night in Nashua, finding a way to beat these Silver Knights each of the last 3 times. This was a Nashua team that had Norwich's number. Challenge accepted, and Norwich has won the challenge. They've stayed in the fight, and they're winning the fight right now.
They have, and they're winning the fight in the back end of games because that Nashua bullpen has struggled significantly. 2 out of the 3 wins against Nashua. Unfortunately, a good buddy of mine, Josh Martino, has suffered 2 losses in those games, and he's a young guy. It's something he's going to learn from it for that Nashua pitching staff. He's going to turn into a great product for SNU, but I think in the Futures League, and it's his first experience in college baseball, I think we've been very fortunate to get that side of Josh Martino, but also at the same time, we controlled a lot of our destiny last night in the later stages. We did a really good job putting together some quality at-bats.
Jackson Prey took the baseball last night for Zach Itcherson, and boy, was he very effective. Roll the tape, please. He's committed to UConn now, and boy, was he as advertised. 4 strikeouts. He went sawing away the Nashua offense. What'd you see from Jackson Prey last night?
Well, number one, he gave him relative length, so 4 innings was exactly what this team needed. Did not play on Wednesday, which was great, and then had the off day on Tuesday as well. So back-to-back off days gave this bullpen a lot of rest. And if you put that bullpen in a position to pretty much have full arsenal, all you really have to do is get him 4 to 5 innings, and you give him a great chance to be successful. Prey got them the 4 innings and the magic number yesterday, and obviously a successful win.
And he's been a guy that has been very versatile. Bullpen, starts, doesn't really matter where he is pitched, and that's very tough for any arm to be able to handle, and he has accepted that challenge. What have you liked from that fire he brings with him to the mound?
I think it's just a lot of energy, but I think he's very consistent with what he does. The fastball is very consistent. Sometimes the off-speed is hit or miss, but for the most part, he has everything going at once, and he's around the zone. That's the big thing. The walks are way down from where they started here in the summer, and I obviously think the commitment to UConn from Avery Point was a big transition in that. I think he's pitched unbelievably well since then, and I think it's just confidence that comes from a decision like that.
It was the comeback cardiac Corns last night. There was plenty of turbulence. So let's start it in the 7th inning last night. It was pure cinema at Holman Stadium, and boy, I hope you have your popcorn ready because this was a group that was ready to fight.
Yeah, it really was. Holman Stadium generally plays as a hitter's ballpark. At times it could be pitchers for left-handed hitters, but this team has a lot of right-handed hitters, and that left field is not that deep. It's very hittable, and especially when you play in a stadium like this, when it's 320 feet to each corner and 400 out to dead center, they're used to, trying to have to hit the ball a long way to get it out of here. Obviously, the home run ball wasn't a huge part of yesterday's performance, but again, it's just that same approach. Smaller ballpark, use the gaps a little bit. I really thought this team was probably the most composed they've been in the later stages all year.
The top of this order has been so good, and it starts the train last night. TJ Bayer cracks a big double, and it felt like all of a sudden the momentum started to shift. Mike Fiataroni follows it up with a hit, and then he works his way into scoring position. He's been so dynamic for this group, but that top of the order felt like it was a game changer last night.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot here on this pregame show throughout the year. It's those top 4 that are going to be huge. Powers, Bayer, Fiataroni, and the 4th is always interchangeable in that and wherever they hit. So I think, recently it's been Nolan that has been awesome for this group, and last night was no different. Those big 3, and then the additional 4th as well. CJ Nolan was huge last night.
He was a big factor in the victory. So the Sea Unicorns cutting that lead to just 1 run. It was 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning for Nashville, and then the response inning. That's something Joe DeLanzo has talked about. What is your answer? And last night, Norwich punched right back.
Yeah, and what is your answer? How is the integrity of this group going to be shown through those moments where it's going to be needed? A month ago, I would have said 4 runs in 1 inning, this group may lay over and die. However, over the last couple weeks, I've seen some resilience from this group that I've loved. It's really fun to see them come back, and I think it brings these guys together. I really thought the rain delay a couple weeks back was huge for this group, and I think they've been playing quality baseball ever since.
And how about J.P. Cusick and Jake Hallett? They were a big factor in the comeback effort in the 7th inning. That's your guy, J.P. Cusick, and that is the swing I know you've come to know. Slow start for him first couple of games, and he's really turned it up.
Yeah, he really has. Howlett's been awesome just for the last couple of weeks. But as we talk about J.P. Cusick, he's been nothing short of incredible the last few nights. And I think he did struggle, right? When he came in here, it's a new environment for him and a league he's not familiar with. And I think it just took some time to adjust. And you knew, and I knew, that he was going to find it. Eventually, it was just going to be when that was.
Yeah, well, Norwich is certainly enjoying it. And then let's flash it to the 8th inning. Last night, the job was not done, and the Sea Unicorns find a way in the 8th inning, and again, continuing to pass the baton.
Yeah, just passing the baton, quality at bats, taking walks, reaching on different ways. The hitting was very well done in the later stages of the game last night, but I think it's just, again, it comes down to quality at bats. And when we talked to Joe DeLanzo in the clubhouse report here a little bit later on, he mentioned to me that 4 out of the first 20-ish at-bats were quality at-bats. Then that number flip-flopped in the percentages at the end of the game, and they had a lot more of that come, the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. And obviously you saw the difference in the scoring and run production, and that's the difference. It's all about mental and the small things for this team. There's no really big errors. It's about, can you put all the small things together to create a cohesive game?
Let's take a deeper dive into that 8th inning, and it starts with, guess who? David Pengel. Boy, is he a second leadoff hitter or what for this team? Infield single, and he legs it out, and all of a sudden you feel the pressure's on.
Yeah, the infield single is huge for Pengel, and I think him in that 9th spot is where he will be for the remainder of this summer when he is in the lineup. And I see no reason to move him. He's excellent just putting the ball in play. The strikeout rate is extremely low on fastballs. and he just puts the ball in play. It's very simple. It's it's short swing, compact. Let him run a little bit. He plays within himself and what he's good at. That's what makes him effective.
Yeah, the patience was even better from Kenny. He draws a walk. And then all of a sudden, there's men at first and second, nobody out, and then a wild pitch. And boy, you don't want to throw wild pitches when it's Pengo and Noyan. 9-1 aboard, and they're taking extra bases.
Yeah, and Nashua struggled with that specific department all year long. The wild pitches killed them. They lost the game on a wild pitch at New Britain last week. So, again, it's just the simple things for them as well. It's just the two young teams in Norwich and Nashua. There's the reason they're next to each other. 4 and 5. Vermont tends to be a little bit older of a team. The New Britain kind of the same thing. And Worcester's kind of that wild card where they have a mix of both. And then you have 4 and 5 right now where really young groups. Only 8 returners for this Norwich team to start the year. And Nashua is relatively young as well. So, again, it's the youth in them, but it's going to be the team that learns from their mistakes the most here in the last stretch of the season. That's going to get that 4th and final.
The big swing last night. Jackson Powers, fair or foul? I don't know. You can make your own decision, but they call it a fair ball. And how about his bat right now?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. JP's been putting together quality at bats probably all year, the most consistent amount. Him and TJ have really led this group, I thought, in a lot of different ways, but offensively when they needed it the most, they've been excellent.
So Norwich gets their first lead of the ball game, but I think you would say back in June, oh no, is that lead going to hold up? And how about Sean Flannery last night? 6-out save. How important was he?
I mean, he's important for that night. I think that is the one out of the 2 games that we're going to look back at and be like, this win got us in this position. 6-out saves are rare. They don't happen very often. But for Sean to control the strike zone, keep the pitch count low, that was the big thing. The walks have been big for him in the last couple of outings.
No walks yesterday.
No walks, right. So finding different ways to hit the strike zone, whether it's with that sinker ball, the slider, sometimes it's the changeup with the same tunnel as the sinker. He's finding a lot of different ways to grow throughout this year, and that's what's going to make him effective, not only for the rest of the year, but at UConn as well.
How about 12 of his first 15 pitches were strikes, and he ate them up with that fastball.
It's an 80% clip. You're always going to be successful in that capacity. Whether you're getting outs or not, you're doing the right thing. You're doing what's in your control. And at the beginning of the summer, we questioned, Sean's got a great fastball, but how can he be more effective? How can he be more on the plate with a lot of his pitches? And 12 out of 15 is pretty much as good as you can do it.
No doubt about that. So that big win is an important one. Show me the standings, please, and how about it? That is a massive win for Norwich. Last night, New Britain and Vermont squared off. It was 7-2. The Bees won that ball game. They're surging right now. They're right on the heels of Vermont. Trail the Lake Monsters by 4 games. Worcester is 4-1 over their last 5 games. See them right now in 3rd place, and the Sea Unicorns 6-4 over their last 10. That really sets up a big game here tonight. And the 3 straight wins against Nashua has a 2.5 game gap between Norwich and Nashua. Boy, is it a tight race right now, and Westfield and Lowell have both fallen out of it.
Yeah, they have. Westfield and Lowell are essentially out of the race at this point. It's a Nashua-Norwich race, and the top 2 are set. It's going to be New Britain and Vermont at the top. Vermont clinched a couple weeks back. And then it's 3 through 5 where the question marks come in. If Norwich wins tonight, they inch very close up to Worcester. If they lose and Nashua pulls off a win, it's going to be closer for Nashua, and then it's a little less wiggle room. So this is going to be where the challenges are. It's not going to be about who loses at this point. It's going to be about who can control their own destiny, as we've mentioned many times, and win ball games here down the stretch. This game is huge. Even for, I think, probably it's for 3rd place tonight, if given the opportunity.
No doubt about it. Stakes are raised here tonight. Norwich and Worcester. We can't wait to see you here at Dodd Stadium on the final Friday night of the summer at Dodd Stadium. Take our first time out. Still lots more to get to on the other side. Lee Walter joins the show. We talk a little K-Cancer night at Dodd Stadium.
You buy better.
Better with Burns.
Much better.
So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns.
You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
We've been telling you for years you buy better at Burns, but you need to know just how much better the Burns Agency's gotten. Last year, we joined forces with Hub International to bring our current and future customers an even stronger product offering, exceptional service practices, and the most competitive insurance options available. Our integration with Hub makes the team at the Burns Agency that you know and trust stronger, more accessible, and positioned to better serve you in this ever-changing insurance landscape. Call, email, or visit us today in all the same easy ways. The Burns Agency, now a division of Hub International, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
You buy better.
So much better with Burns. The
one more Friday night at Dodd Stadium, a big night here for the Sea Unicorns. We're joined by the general manager, Lee Walter. We'll first start by talking about K-Cancer Night, thanks to the Echo Foundation. Specialty uniforms being worn by our players. Let's take a look at the design of the jersey. What went into this design here for this specialty uniform?
Yeah, just pretty simple. You know, the Echo Foundation and its partner, the Eastern Connecticut Hematology and Oncology offices. You know, we've been working with them the last couple of years on a Warrior Night, K-Cancer Night, however you like to look at it. And I thought it would be fun this year to help raise some money through a jersey auction with them, since we haven't done a jersey auction in a while. And obviously each ribbon represents a different type of cancer. So pretty easy to put this jersey together. And, you know, I think it looks pretty sharp. And I think the players are going to enjoy wearing them. And I hope the fans enjoy buying them.
Yeah, here's a look at the back of that uniform. And then here's the front with that ribbon as well, and the Sea Unicorns writing in pink. So we're striking out cancer tonight. Certainly a great event at Dodd Stadium, and it also is the fundraiser tonight to benefit the Freemasons with Masonic Hair. Jeff Blaman, the leader of that group, and a great turnout last summer. I think they topped those numbers for this season. How important has that partnership been?
That's been a good partnership. That was something that started actually before they started coming to Sea Unicorns games, and they started coming to Sea Unicorns games a couple of years ago now, so I think this is year 3 with them joining us, and each year they've sold a few extra tickets through our fundraiser program. This year they topped out at 900 tickets, which is an amazing number, and for each of those $10 tickets that they sold, they get to keep $5 that helps the Masonic Care Foundation.
It's also a firework night, final firework spectacular. That is thanks to Liberty Bank. These jerseys will be up for auction. What should our fans know as far as bidding on these jerseys?
Yeah, so the jersey auction will be taking place throughout the game. The sheets will be inside the merch store here where we are right now. And so throughout the game, fans can come in and they can put in their silent auction number. And if they happen to win it, they'll be able to pick it up tonight if they want.
Awesome. Well, that is Lee Walter as we talk a little K-Cancer Night at Dodd Stadium. A great event. We can't wait to see you all here. Great stuff right there. A great night for a great cause. Those K-Cancer uniforms. I feel like that's going to spark the group tonight.
It really is. And again, cancer is something that has affected everybody in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter what it is. You always feel like you run into somebody that knows somebody or has a relative with cancer. So it's really going to be good to see the energy around this ballpark with that cause.
Well, the energy has been different for CJ Nolan. Run the tape right now. Month of July, he's been a different hitter at the plate, and they've been big swings off his bat.
Yeah, especially last night, a couple of doubles in the 4th and the 6th, and that's what it's been for him. He had a triple, last weekend, finding ways to just put the ball in play. And not only is he putting it in the play, he's driving the baseball. The swing is a lot more balanced, and with that becomes a lot better contact and able to get him running, especially when he's up at the top of the lineup.
6 extra base hits since July 15th. Big swings off his bat. He said he was working on some things in his swing early, which really opened up some holes. What have you seen? It seems like confidence is a funny thing, and he has all of it.
Well, yeah, of course, when you're playing well, it's confidence, but it was when he was not playing well, offensively and defensively, when they worked together, is where it comes in. How can you gain confidence? How can you continue to carry yourself with character and class, if you will, right? It can be really easy to be frustrated and throw things and so on and so forth. But CJ's been level-headed throughout the whole process, and I really think he's been rewarded with the success here.
Well, it has been an unbelievable summer for one man in particular. 15 for Norwich. Mike Fiataroni spent his summer all year long. He's in the conversation for the MVP running. Why?
Versatility, probably. I think, obviously, defensively he can play. He's played all 4 spots on the diamond, first through third base. He can hit anywhere in the lineup. He can hit that left-handed bat is good for power and contact, and he puts together good at-bats. He walks a ton, and he steals a lot of bases. There's nothing that you shouldn't have here that's not MVP caliber.
How about a 10-game hitting streak for Fiat? First base, second base, third, short. I mean, stick him wherever. But his energy is really contagious, and he has become a leader.
Well, and you felt it. When he was gone for a couple of weeks here, a little bit while back, you felt that the energy wasn't as high.
Stark difference.
It's huge, and there was a lot of losses in that stretch as well when Mike wasn't here, and it was a question if Mike could bring this group and lead him on his back, essentially, to put him back in a playoff position, and he's done nothing less for it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's get the stats up on your screen. These two guys, July heat wave, it sure has. CJ Nolan, how about this? 345 average since July 15th. 6 runs driven in. The 6 extra base hits. I mean, he's hitting 326 overall in the month of July. special stuff by him.
Yeah, he's been incredible. I think just being able to find different ways to put the ball in play and continue to hit for power and just hit the ball where it's pitched, essentially. A lot of pitchers in this league do a really good job of working him away. He's done a lot better of a job later on in the summer here of putting the ball the other way, not pulling the ball as much, and just finding ways to get his hits where he takes them, and he's been awesome.
Mike Fiataroni, he's on the other side of your graphic, league leading, yes, 362 batting average, 25 stolen bases, quarter century mark. He's nearing 30 steals this summer. I mean, he's just been doing it all summer.
He has, and there's not a lot more you can say about him other than the fact that he is the MVP of this league, and I think the two other candidates that I'm sure will be discussed about later on in the summer are Connor Smith and Hunter St. Dennis. Connor Smith for Nashua, Hunter St. Dennis, who we'll see here tonight in the lineup. He's been awesome, right? Those two guys are great, but I don't think they're as versatile, and I think that's what it comes down to. Can you play multiple positions on defense? Can you hit for power and average? And I think Mike does the best job here in the Futures League of doing so.
Well, let's talk about the other side. The Worcester Bravehearts, they come in rolling tonight, and their offense is a big part of it.
And Hunter St. Dennis is a huge part of that, right? He is on a 20-game hitting streak. It is tied for the most in Worcester history. It has been an unbelievable streak for him. He can hit for power, and he is one of the best players in the America East by far. He's up at UMaine. And just finding different ways to get on. He takes walks, power, average. He just does it all. And he plays a good first base as well. It's very similar to Mike's game outside of the versatility.
This is as complete of a lineup as you're going to get, 1 through 9. I mean, take a look at the numbers. I mean, towards the top in the league in almost all of these offensive categories. But how about a league-leading 283 walks? They can certainly hit their way on. You can't help them out tonight.
Cannot. And Dallin Kansas, who we'll talk about here in a little bit, cannot help him out. Later on in his start, which we'll again talk about here in a little bit, started walking people. You can't do it because they will score. This is one of the best offenses in the Futures League. It's this, New Britain, and Vermont. There's a reason they're the top 3. They're the most complete lineups in the Futures League. I would argue this one is a little bit better.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We'll take our final timeout here on the Capital Property Group pregame show. On the other side, it's the Clubhouse Report with Joe DeLanzo.
You buy better,
Better with Burns.
much better.
So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns.
You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
We've been telling you for years you buy better at Burns, but you need to know just how much better the Burns Agency's gotten. Last year, we joined forces with Hub International to bring our current and future customers an even stronger product offering, exceptional service practices, and the most competitive insurance options available. Our integration with Hub makes the team at the Burns Agency that you know and trust stronger, more accessible, and positioned to better serve you in this ever-changing insurance landscape. Call, email, or visit us today in all the same easy ways. The Burns Agency, now a division of Hub International, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
You buy better.
So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns.
You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Welcome to the Clubhouse Report. Joe DeLanzo was the acting manager yesterday, so we'll speak with him this afternoon. Yesterday was a roller coaster of emotions, probably to say the least. You guys were down 6-1 at one point in yesterday's ballgame at Nashua. What was your message to the group during that time?
The whole time we just said, stay in the fight, right? Stay in the fight. Not everything's going our way. We don't need to go our way. I've mentioned a few times that this game does not demand perfection, but it demands perseverance, and that's what we did. That's what we showed. We started off with, through the 5 innings, we only had 4 quality at-bats out of 20-something at-bats. And then from the 6th on, we turned it on, right? So that's what we did really well.
What do you feel as if changing those at-bats from a hitting perspective and as the hitting coach of this ball club in those at-bats, what was different from innings 6 through 9?
Well, we got to the bullpen. That was a big thing. Their starter was throwing really well for them, so our goal was to get to the pen, right? So, which means the at-bats leading up, we might not have quality at-bats, but we had long at-bats, right? Long at-bats, tough at-bats. And that made the pitcher throw more pitches. We kept our feet still to get hit by a pitch, so the pitcher had to throw more guys on the bases. So it was just a lot more that went into it before we got to the 6th inning. So that's what we really did best, and we just stayed with our at-bats, got to the pen, and were able to execute when we needed to be executed.
Yeah, early on in the season, we saw other teams score later on in games, which was your downfall. Last night, the majority of the runs were scored on, let's call it the good guy side of things. What was different in the sense of, hitting with runners in scored position last night? That's been something we've emphasized throughout the year.
Well, early on in the game, we had runners in 2nd and 3rd, less than 2 outs, 2 separate times. We went pop out, strike out. We didn't execute early on, and So we ended up leaving 5 runners in scoring position. But then we still, when our backs were really against the wall, was when we executed, and that was awesome. And especially with one guy like Jake Howlett, who unfortunately early in the game struck out the runners in second and third with 1 out. And then later in the game, we had runners in second and third, 2 outs, and gets a single to tie us the ball game up, which was awesome to see. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, last night as an interim manager, it's a very different perspective as, a base coach and a hitting coach. What could you learn from that experience, not only for your career, but for these guys as well?
Well, these guys are amazing, right? So they could have very easily started, I would say like misbehave, you know what I mean? Feel like because Gitch wasn't here, that they could do whatever they want. They didn't. They listened. They acted just like Gitch, just as if they would if Gitch was here. But from my side, it was a great experience. I mean, it was awesome that Gitch was able to let me do it when he wasn't here, and be able to get a win out of it was awesome. So.
Yeah, absolutely. A win that was much needed. One that we're going to look back here in a couple of weeks that is going to be massively important going forward. We turned the page tonight against a very good Worcester team and one that's playing extremely well. One of the individuals that is playing very well is Hunter St. Dennis. He's the first baseman and UMaine product. He's on a 20-game hitting streak. That's almost a third of the year where he's had hits consecutively. Obviously not a pitching coach, but from a hitter's perspective, what do you want to see from this pitching staff to keep him off balance?
Well, I played against him this past year when I was at UMass Lowell. He was playing for Maine, and we always knew he was he was a great hitter. So now seeing him here and seeing what he's been doing, it was I would say expected. But what I would like to see is just attack him, get in on his hands a little bit, see if we could make him feel off balance because he's a great hitter. He hit the ball. He pull the ball, hit the ball the other way, hit to all field. So we just really want to try to keep him off balance as best we can and stay aggressive.
And finally, I'll end with more of a lighthearted one. The white jerseys have been worn at every single home game this year. They have been switched up as strikeout cancer night here at the ballpark. How do you like those jerseys, and how do you feel this group can vibe off that?
Yeah, I love the jerseys. I was the one to unlock the stadium today, and so we got here, and the guys were already looking in the lockers like, wow, this is awesome. We love these jerseys. We're throwing them on, looking and taking pictures, sending them to their mom and dad and everything. And I'm very happy myself because us coaches are allowed to wear a jersey tonight, so I'll be at first base coaching with the jersey on, so it's awesome.
Yeah, so the Worcester Bravehearts come into town. There's only 5 home games left here in the regular season. The last one this week in the final Friday night fireworks of the regular season. Don't want to miss it. This has been the Clubhouse Report with Joe DeLanzo.
Great stuff, as always. A little different. Zach Hitcher was not with the team yesterday. Joe DeLanzo was the acting manager. About at 1-0, Joe DeLanzo.
Yeah, 1-0 Joe. That's what we're going to call him from now on. And I really thought that he's been excellent for this team just for energy purposes. But to put him in a position like that after the season he had at UMass Lowell and just professional career personally, of course. But when he mentioned the guys and how they fed off it, and it was very easy for them to choose not to play, as hard or as well for Joe. I thought they did a really good job, and Joe was a huge proponent of the win last night.
No doubt about it. Zach Hitcher designs the lineup card. How about number 51 of the summer? Boy, hard to believe we're already into the 50s in game numbers. This season is coming down to the wire. And a very familiar start. Kenny Noe, T.J. Bayer, Michael Fiataroni, Jackson Powers, and I'll say it right now, they have to be great tonight.
They have to be great. You are absolutely right. They have to start this game great as well. They can be great in the later stages of the game, of course. That's what you want if you're a Sea Unicorns fan, but they got to get off to a good start. They have to probably go, within the first 3 of them, they probably have to go 3 or 4 for 9 in their first 3 trips up to give this team the best chance possible tonight.
Here is a group that has been great the last 2 weeks. J.P. Kusick and C.J. Nolan. How do you keep that going?
You just have to do your job in the middle of the lineup. We've talked about the strengths of this lineup. It is 1 through 3 and 6, probably 7 through 9, I'll say. It's been 4, 5, 6. Can they contribute? The last couple of games they have. They've passed the baton. They continue to get hits, drive in runs. They just have to continue to do the same things they are.
Henry Ayers slots back in. He's the DH. I know we've talked about how much you've liked him in the DH role. How do you get that back going again?
You just have to find ways to be productive, and it's not all about the hits tonight. It's going to be about, can you find ways to put the ball in play? Can you make something happen? Can you force errors? And if the hits come, awesome. But do what's in your control and make contact, and from there, let the defense take over, and hopefully, if you're a Sea Unicorns fan, they make some mistakes.
Seems like Jake Howlett has added a lot of balance, and it's a luxury when you can hit a guy 8 that is batting over 300 his last 7 games.
Yeah, it's just simply fantastic over the last week or so. Been a really balanced hitter. He's been able to drive the ball into the gaps, and that's his game. Not the fastest guy in the world, one that used to be a power strikeout guy, and now he's making a lot more contact and making the strikeouts a little harder to get.
David Pengel hits in the number 9 spot. going to need him to keep doing what he's done.
It's been the energizer buddy for short, if you will. Like being able to come down in the lineup and just flip it over. That's it. That's all he's done. No home runs on the year. All he's done is put the ball in play, run the bases well, and put pressure on opposing pitchers. And that's all you have to do in the 9th spot, and he does that in extreme rate.
Well, they're going to try and help provide a little run support tonight. Michael Zalankanskis on the rubber, the big right-hander. What do you want to see from him?
Strikes. That's it. They're going to hit the ball. It's going to happen. It's the same type of lineup as Vermont, as we talked about a couple weeks ago. They're going to score runs. It is going to happen. You have to find a way to minimize it the best you can. Don't walk anybody, so don't give any free bases, and make the plays, I guess, relatively easy for your infielders. The outfielders are great. They're going to take care of business. It's about the infield defense here tonight.
It seems like that strikeout pitch, very dominant for him his last outing, 5 of those. I know you can't simply rely on just striking them out because this is a Worcester team. They will strike out, but boy, you can't miss a spot.
You can't miss a spot, right? And this is the problem with a Worcester team like this. If you miss a spot, they will make you pay. They can hit the home run out here. They're one of the few teams here in the Futures League that can do it, probably at a consistent rate. They haven't done it very much this summer. However, they can if needed. So if you're going to miss very low. And if you're going to be in the zone, be on the corners. You can't be anywhere near the middle. The ball's going to get smashed.
Well, we always enjoy our Moments with Mike, our final Friday installment of it. Let's go Moments with Mike.
Sea Unicorn fans, welcome back to the Capital Property Group pregame show. Moments with Mike, with yours truly, Mike Neville. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a little bit of a bittersweet episode as we have our final Friday night fireworks home game here tonight, here at Dodd Stadium, as your Sea Unicorns welcome the Worcester Bravehearts back to town. And standing behind me, you might notice something. There is a tarp on the field due to the inclement weather that we had last night all throughout eastern Connecticut. But I can assure you, this baby is coming off in just a few minutes. Our grounds crew is going to be hard at work getting this field ready for tonight's action. And we got a very big game here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Many, many, many promotions. Fan Appreciation Night, we have K-Cancer Night, special jerseys, and of course, my favorite, post-game fireworks, post-game. And ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't watch the game last night, the Sea Unicorns, with a huge come-from-behind victory against the Nashua Silver Knights, a 7-6 victory in Nashua to stay in 4th place in the Futures League. The Sea Unicorns looking to keep the good times rolling tonight versus Worcester as they look to propel themselves to the Futures League playoffs. My name is Mike Neville. Moments with Mike, Capital Property Group pregame show. Back to you, Adam.
We love our Moments with. We're ready to go on a Friday night, the final Friday here at Dodd Stadium. Adam Plager alongside Mike Neville. The Sea Unicorns meet up with the Worcester Bravehearts for the 10th and final time in Norwich, coming off arguably their biggest one of the summer. Here's Michael Zalankanskis. Ball 1 misses down low on Chris Mondesir, University of Maine product. And this is a Worcester offense. They can really hit it. 274 team batting average. And Mondesir, an all-star last summer at the top. 1-0 count. Here's the offering from Zalankanskis. Misses for ball 2. And Mike, this is a big game for Norwich, trying to inch a little bit closer to 3rd place.
That's right, Adam. And what you couldn't figure out, or you couldn't pick a better team to do it against. Norwich holds a 7-2 record versus the Bravehearts this summer, and they have 4 home runs against them. So have had great success versus the Bravehearts, and they are just 2 games back from Worcester, looking to make it to 500 once again with a win tonight.
This would be a big game for Norwich. Sea Unicorns 2 games under 500, trying to loom a little closer to that mark as well. Game 51 of the summer, 2-1. That just missed inside, 3-1 count. Zalankanskis really good his last time out for Norwich. 3 innings of 1-run baseball. He struck out 5, and he was an ace at Ramapo, Division III school in New Jersey. Norwich wearing those specialty K-Cancer uniforms today. The pink Sea Unicorns riding. He drops in the big hook, strike 2 across the chest, and the ribbons all emblematic of the different forms of cancer that Norwich is striking out tonight. These uniforms will be up for auction throughout this ball game. And make sure you get your bids in quickly. The 3-2 pitch that is taken at the knee, struck him out. Down by way of the K, Mondesir. And here is that lineup card today for Joe Galvin. Batting second, here is Jake Yang. Home run this summer against Norwich. Braden Lewis bats third. He's the designated hitter. Jalem Sepulveda in the cleanup spot. He's at third base. Joey Benoit is at first. He'll bat fourth. Check that, he'll bat in the number 5 spot. Alan Carpenter will hit sixth today. He's the catcher. Kate Centraccio at short. Bouncing ball, cracked foul, third base side. Jack Murray in left field hit eighth. And Braden Calley out there in right field.
Adam, and as you mentioned, Zelen Kanskis, a great start in his first time out here in Norwich against the Silver Knights on July 24th. He did allow a home run that game, but his entire season at Ramapo College, he didn't give up a single home run, and he struck out 84 batters at Ramapo. So looking to rectify what was that one home run and just fire it on all cylinders tonight.
I still have to like that performance from Zelen Kanskis, a big one against Nashua, in which Norwich would win that game 3-1. Here's the 0-2 to Yang. That just missed outside, ball one. So Yang in that back of the righty box, the Bravehearts in their navy blue tops, the Kelly green numerals on the back, and the Worcester cursive writing in white block lettering across the chest. That missed inside. Big curveball. Even the count 2-2. Zelen Kanskis on the rubber here tonight for Norwich, trying to take care of Jake Yang.
Yeah, Jake Yang, as you said, Adam, he has a home run versus the Sea Unicorns. He hit it on July 10th at Fitton Field. Enters play with a .309 average, 2 home runs, 20 RBIs through 22 games.
His 2-2 pitch, just reaching out to get a piece of it, is Yang. Let's take a look at those numbers for the Norwich right-hander, Michael Zelen Kanskis, so far this summer with Norwich. His ERA locked in at 3 and the 5 punch-outs to the 1 walk. And he's going to be an important part to this pitching staff, Mike, if the Sea Unicorns have playoff aspirations. On 2-2, topped foul on the third base side.
And, Adam, I think that you can sense there's something in the air. The battle flags are being raised. Playoff baseball is right around the corner, and last night's win really turned around the momentum for this group. Yes, we had that loss in Lowell a few days ago, that 7-4 loss, although what we saw here the last time out, that big doubleheader win, something special's brewing with these guys.
Swing and a miss, and he pulled the string on him. Michael Zelen Kanskis putting them to sleep. Big Z, back-to-back Ks. Let's go around the horn, meet the Norwich defense here on a Friday night. It is Mike Fiataroni over at third base. The shortstop here today, it is Kenny Noe, C.J. Nolan at second, and Jake Howlett at first, the outfield left to right. Jackson Powers, David Pengel, and T.J. Bayer threw out another base runner yesterday. Bouncing ball, chopped to second for Nolan, to first. How about it? Down in order. Michael Zelen Kanskis erases the top of the Worcester lineup. The Norwich offense when we come back. Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today.
If you own rental property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership.
We're really looking forward to the possibility of working together. Absolutely. We believe this could be a great partner.
Cruising along tonight, Michael Zelen Kanskis. He goes opposite the right-hander out of Wheaton College, Greg Strite. This is a guy Norwich is very familiar with. Mike, what should we know about the Bravehearts right-hander?
Well, Adam, this is the 5th time that the Sea Unicorns will see Strite this summer alone. 28 and a third innings pitched versus Norwich's first appearance June 7th. He went 1 inning, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. His very next appearance, the 23rd of June, 2 1/3, 7 hits, 4 earned runs. July 3rd, he kind of settled back down, 3 innings pitch of no-hit ball. And then July 10th, 3 1/3, 5 hits, 4 earned runs. Here's the crazy number, right? He has 18 earned runs allowed all year. 10 of them have come against the Sea Unicorns. So Norwich, very familiar with this pitcher.
Let's take a look at Zach Kitcher's lineup card, his 51st edition. Kenny Noe at short. He's at the top tonight, switch hitter. TJ Bayer bats second in right field. Mike Fiataroni hits third at third base. Jackson Powers in the cleanup spot in left field. JP Kusick is roaring at the plate, batting over the 350 mark. He'll hit fifth. CJ Nolan batting 326 in the month of July is in the 6th place position. Henry Ayers is the designated hitter. Jake Howlett over at first base at an RBI knock yesterday, and David Pengel. He rounds it out, and this is a very complete lineup card for Zach Kitcher, maybe the most complete of the summer.
And it seems as if one thing that is absolutely consistent is the outfield. Every single game, it seems as if they throw the same one out there. You'll have Powers in left, Pengel in center, and, of course, Bayer in right.
The count is even, 1-1 on Kenny Noe. He's the shortstop today for Norwich. Unicorns and the Worcester Bravehearts meeting here on a Friday night at Dodd Stadium. It's even, the 1-1 pitch home. There is that big curveball, and both right-handers trying to showcase that fastball curveball combo.
Noe, no stranger to hitting pitches like that. He has 5 hits versus Worcester this season. And it's been a long time since he's hit a home run. Last time, June 11th.
Well, that's rocketed foul. Look out by the right field line.
He somehow made it into the Sea Unicorns bullpen out there. A nice little fan. Gets a souvenir, having a little tussle for it.
Love it. Hey, how about these pins that we have here?
So I think you have one, right? I don't know if I have one or not.
Oh,
we're missing out.
We need to get another one. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That just missed. Wow. 2-2. Yeah. Oh, a very similar spot to the strikeout call Zalenkanskis got of Mondesir.
Looks like this one was just a little bit more inside, but we won't be complaining. 2-2 count, and this is the count that Kenny Noe loves to hitting. Would love to see him go the opposite way.
On 2-2, that is poked over at short on the backhand. Centraccio, his long throw, it is not in time, skips away from the first baseman. No, he didn't recognize it right away. Boy, he could have turned for second. And aboard at first on an infield single, Kenny Noe. Here's Joe Galvin's defense on this Friday night. Jalem Sepulveda is at third. Just met Kate Centraccio, he's the shortstop. Jake Yang at second. And Joey Benoit at first, the outfield from left to right. Jack Murray, Chris Mondesir, and Braden Calley with Alan Carpenter, the brother of Adam Carpenter, back behind the dish.
A little bit of brotherly love. We've seen that in the Futures League before with the Buchero brothers. Of course, Matt, former Sea Unicorn, just got drafted by the Chicago White Sox a few weeks ago, so very excited to see how his career will pan out.
Very deserving of it. And he was the MVP here in 2023, and he did not need a home run to do it. 1-0 count, the pitch home. That misses inside. It moves the count 2 balls, no strikes.
So definitely a man that is missing from the Bravehearts lineup tonight is Mercado, who is out for the season now. His service has expired.
The pitch, that missed. Count moves to 3-1. Well, the big name now missing for Worcester. No more Hunter St. Denis.
No more. Wow.
And he just matched the Bravehearts team record. 20 consecutive games with a hit, and it is still ongoing at the time of his departure. 3-0 is inside, and on 4 pitches, TJ Bayer is on, and Norwich has something brewing in. Boy, that is a big disappointment for Worcester fans, the departure of Hunter St. Denis. He was sitting among the league leaders offensively, a real catalyst for their offense, and they're going to be without him for the rest of the summer.
and he really catapulted their group. This is one of the top offenses in the Futures League, and without his presence, that leaves a big hole.
It leaves a huge hole, but for the Sea Unicorns, it is good news. Having two batters of that caliber out of your everyday lineup means that the Sea Unicorns could very well take that third-place spot, and if that is the case, that means that the chances of us playing the Bees in the first round grow ever so slightly. And as it stands right now in the first round of the playoffs, we would travel to Vermont, which, look, we'll be ready for it, no doubt about it, but you'd rather take an alternate route if you can.
No doubt about it. Norwich met with Vermont in that first round of the 2024 championship run, and they were able to defeat them in 3 games, and it took some firepower in Vermont for Norwich to win that road game, but the Sea Unicorns would have to start that series in Burlington. Norwich was the hosting site of that best-of-3 series. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bouncing ball, going to be a tough play at first. Snap to second. They'll get the force out of Bayer. Good work by Benoit on that hopper to first. And advancing 90 feet is Kenny Noe. They're at the corners. Viataroni runs while he leads the Futures League with 25 stolen bags. You know he's going to try and be on the move. He's inching a little bit closer to number 30.
He's been an unbelievable addition. It's great to have him back in Norwich this year. He's gotten so much better, and he is third in hits in all of the Futures League. He has 47, and 15-game hit streak. We'll have to wait another at-bat, but has been a joy to watch this summer.
Check in once again on the base runner Viataroni. Wise decision by Greg Strite. And he knows the scouting report on Fiat.
And look at that lead that he has right there. He's hunting for 26.
He's massive. We'll see if we get a camera shot of that. Boy, that is some lead right now for Viataroni. They're going to check in again, and they got him. Viataroni was caught leaning, and Strite picks him off. So the third time over the last few games, Viataroni has been picked off, and this Worcester group knew exactly what was coming, and Viataroni had his eyes set on second base.
And I think he just got a little bit too comfortable out there. I mean, that lead, my God, it almost looked like it was 10 feet from the bag. He was going to go first pitch no matter what. And Jackson Powers now, the sac fly opportunity taken away from him. He is the top in the league when it comes to sac flies. He has 6 on the year.
Here's Powers batting. He cuts and misses strike one. E. Tyler Bullock calling the balls and strikes. Ron Vaines at first, and Brian Roth, the umpire, over at third base. 0-1 offering. That's the breaking ball and missed downstairs, 1-1. You go back to that big win yesterday. Norwich had to expend a lot of bullets out of their bullpen. And well, it's all about finding a way, but the Sea Unicorns are really staffed with their pitching group. 22 pitchers on the roster, and you're going to need the Army back there. The pitch, tapped foul. And that's the real key. You look at a group like Nashua, they're down to 17 arms on their staff in Norwich. And that has been the big idea for Kevin Murphy. Well, this is going to be a Norwich pitching staff that is locked and loaded come a postseason run, and they have a militia right now back there.
And they know how to win championships, and it all starts with Kevin Murphy.
1-2 pitch to Powers. On the ground, slow roller to second. It's Jake Yangland. He'll throw to first. And Greg Strite gets out of it. Strands the game's first run. We go to the second. We are scoreless in Norwich on the Futures League Network. Streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
We go to the second inning tonight. Michael Zalenkanskas wrapping up his warm-up tosses in Norwich. Comes close but failed to strike. We are scoreless and a good start today for the Big Z on the rubber here today. Couple of punch-outs in his first frame of work.
Yeah, Adam, 7 on the year now. He looks very comfortable on the mound. He got a thank you call to the umpire, E. Tyler Bullock, with a nasty curveball that was borderline, but it went his way for the first out. And then he followed up in his second batter that he faced, strikeout against the dangerous Jake Yane. And he's only been with this team for a little bit under half the year, and he's been putting up some big numbers. So it's great for Zalenkanskas to get through a batter like that and now start things fresh with a cleanup hitter to the plate.
Here's Jalen Sepulveda out of Louisiana Tech, second-year Braveheart. Back of the righty box, the white batting gloves, he's ready to go. There's that big curveball. It missed inside 1-0. That big bender has been a huge first pitch strike for Zalenkanskas. 1-0 on Sepulveda. Dangerous bat in their lineup. On the ground, chopper to short, handled by Noe. He'll whip it across. One up, one down in the Bravehearts second inning. And well, it really changes the complexion of the lineup. No Hunter St. Denis and no Julian Mercado. And without them, it changes their offense, no doubt about it. And those numbers really become deceiving. They lead the Futures League in extra base hits. They lead the league in triples and home runs, second in doubles. But a big part of it was the doing of both Mercado and St. Denis.
And look, there's a reason we're seeing Sepulveda at third base today, right? St. Denis and Mercado can play third. They have this season. Both are first base and then third base. And Sepulveda is a two-way player, actually. Yep. So I think we'll see more of him this summer going forward.
We'll see a lot of him playing in the field. He's really been utilized as that DH. And that's the challenge in the Futures League summer is who do you keep at the end of the season when it's all said and done? Who do you bring with you into the playoffs? Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's not a matter of roster decisions or coaching decisions. It's really a matter of which guys stick around till the fairy tale end.
I mean, these guys are approaching on 40 games played, some of them. Not everyone has played every single game, but 40 games is a lot for this league.
Swing and a miss on a wipeout slider. Kusick turns, pounces on it. On the run, makes that throw, and it is the third K of the night for Zalenkanskas on a wipeout slider. Punches out Benoit, and 5 in a row set down tonight by Zalenkanskas.
And you got to love what you just saw out of Kusick there to get to the ball quick enough and then throw over to the first baseman, Hallett. Very, very difficult play, but heads-up stuff by the backstop.
Here is the backstop, Alan Carpenter, a all-star this summer for Worcester. Stands in the lefty box. Zalenkanskas over the top, downstairs, ball 1.
Carpenter is in his 27th game of the summer. He is batting .365. It's been hot all summer, and he has 3 RBIs versus Norwich this year with 19 in total.
Him and his brother were both named to the Futures League All-Star game, and Adam got to pitch to his brother, Alan.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was pretty special stuff when you're able to do that. Fans looking to go to the dentist at Griswold Dental. You're more than a patient. You're a part of the Griswold Dental family. Find out more at griswolddental.net.
You know what, Adam? I'm always scared of the dentist, but never at Griswold Dental.
Never.
Looks
like they did a nice job.
I got to get my whitening strips back, though.
Do you?
Know, I had this coffee like that you like to call it. It's really Diet Coke, all right? But
no, that is black coffee.
This is not black coffee.
It is. Look.
It looks like it, though, doesn't it?
I mean,
you want to try some? I mean, it's right there.
I don't drink coffee. There's ball 4.
It's not coffee.
I don't drink soda either. Only water in my system now.
You see it?
It's the H2O Nation plan for me.
H2O Nation.
Yeah.
That sounds like a WWE faction.
It's a what?
It sounds like a WWE faction. Like NWO. What was it? H2O. What was it?
H2O Nation plan.
That's a... All right, H2O Nation, that's WWE, written all over it.
It's Hydration Nation.
Yeah, WWE.
Here's Centraccio. Cuts and misses on a wipeout slider. WWE?
Yeah.
Everything...
John Cena, you can't see me?
Everything is a parallel to wrestling with you.
I mean, hey, we got SummerSlam coming up tomorrow, so...
I'm sure you'll be watching.
I'll be getting the highlights.
Nice. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That just missed upstairs, 1-1. So the first man to reach today is the walk of Carpenter. It's the second issued this summer by Zalon-Kanskis, and that's the big area of the game against the Worcester offense you cannot allow is the free bases. Well, they don't need help offensively. Here's the 1-1. Caught in a miss. He went hunting the slider, and Zalon-Kanskis wiped him out.
Yes, and Tracio, this is 31st game of the summer. He's on a 7-game hitting streak right now. He's got 13 RBIs and 1 home run. Surprised to see him at the 7th spot, but that just shows you how deep this Bravehearts lineup is.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. In on the hands. Fought off foul by Centraccio. He's fighting here, the shortstop today, and he's been a regular against Norwich in that lineup card. Out of Stetson and Cumming, Georgia. Right on right, Zalon-Kanskis from the stretch. Iannarone holding on the base runner. Carpenter, not a big stealing threat, started to go. Fakes it, doesn't matter, he struck him out. Michael Zalon-Kanskis, it's his 5th punch out of the ball game. We cruise along to the home half of the second inning. We're scoreless in Norwich.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
We head to the home half of the second inning. As we go there, Michael Zalon-Kanskis. Mike is rolling along today. 5 strikeouts. He's already matched that total from his first outing. And I tell you what, the curveball slider combination, I mean, you're going to need a fish hook to come close to touching it.
I said it in his last outing. He reminds me a lot of Teo Spadaccini from a few years ago. Teo had this beautiful curveball that made the batters look silly, and Mike has the same exact thing. You know, he comes right after his guys. He throws strikes, and just like that, he has 10 strikeouts already in just his second start. How about that?
Let's go back to some fun times last night in Nashua for the Sea Unicorns and a big win against those Silver Knights. Let's take a look at some of those big moments from that ball game and the comeback kids. Boy, cardiac corns, I tell you what, last night, Mike.
Yeah, and Bear, I mean, come on. Look at this beautiful throw. Why run on him? I don't understand what you're doing if you're going to run on T.J. Bear. He has been putting out runners left and right, and he was a big reason why the Sea Unicorns got another win last night.
Take a look at the rest of those fun moments. Maybe the biggest one of the summer. Break it all down coming out of the home half of this second inning, and every special moment felt like the Odyssey last night.
And another guy that was a huge part of that is the catcher, J.P. Kuzak, who stands up to the dish this moment right now. He is on a 3-game hit streak, and he had 3 hits and a double last night in Nashville. You were there for that, too.
I was. It was a lot of fun to watch him really lock things in at the plate offensively, and hits in 3 straight games, batting now .353 on the summer, and just you knew it was a matter of him getting comfortable at the plate. And we have discussed with this group how important just feeling comfortable in your new environment it is. And he is rolling right now. Hitters count, the 3-0 from Strite. That's in the zone, pumps in that fastball.
Yeah, and JP knew it on that one. A lot of hype this young man had when he came to Norwich. You know, he's transferring to Maryland, had a very successful campaign at Fairfield.
Bouncing ball, chop for Centraccio. On the run, his throw in time. And Kusick retired. There is one out.
Yeah, 6-3 the play on that one for out number one. And a guy who will be stepping up to the plate next at him is a guy that is very, very dangerous and loves hitting at Dodd Stadium in C.J. Nolan. He's at second base tonight.
He is. And how about what he has done as of late for Norwich? 345 since July 15th at the plate, takes the curveball on the inner edge. Strike one. He rocked a couple doubles yesterday against the Silver Knights, and his bat is white hot right now for Norwich. And that was the guy Norwich had to get going offensively. Puts a big swing on this one in the air, out to left field, out by the wall. It is way foul, but boy, was it hammered.
I mean, Adam, I'm not surprised. We were just talking about how good he has been recently. Almost sent Dodd Stadium into a frenzy, just missing a home run around the left field foul pole by a matter of inches. And he leads the team in home runs, 3 home runs. This last one just a few days ago, July 26th in Game 2 versus Lowell.
Count control. The right-hander is set straight on C.J. Nolan. See what he attacks with. Down and away, fastball missing. And boy, if you're going to miss, you better miss down low. Anything on the inner half right now is his hot zone. Boy, you better stay away or it is going to get punished right now by this big bat. And this was a guy working on some stuff in the early goings. Carpenter sets up outside. It's spiked 2-2.
Yeah, and I don't see Strike giving Nolan anything that he can hit this at bat. I mean, a huge scare just for him right there. Went into about halfway up the tree line. So if he gets something, though, you have to imagine he's going to do the same thing but fair.
The 2-2 pitch. Boy, he is just staying away from him. And another zip code. It's 3-2.
Yeah, so Strike already with a walk today. He walked Bayer in his second at-bat. In danger of walking Nolan, but it kind of comes down to either a home run or a walk. I'm thinking that he's going to want to go with a walk, but we'll see what he does with this pitch.
So Carpenter again towards the outer half of the plate, the 3-2 pitch. He walked him. Well, right along is Mike Neville, and after a deep strike two that went crushing foul nearly 400 feet, C.J. Nolan is put on a reverse walk after getting ahead of him 0-2. Each of the 4 nowhere near that zone, and that's a tough bat to challenge right now. So Nolan is on. He steals plenty of bags. On at first, here's Henry Ayers.
Yeah, look at the lead that he has. He has 13 stolen bases on the air. Strider has already picked off 1 Sea Unicorn today.
There he goes, the throw from Carpenter. It goes cruising into center field. Nolan is going to get the legs churning into third. And just like that, the game's first run, 90 feet away. Little delayed, stop and go. Light was red, now it's green, and Nolan all the way to third.
14 stolen bases now on the year for Mr. C.J. Nolan. And the Sea Unicorns have a runner in scoring position for the second time tonight.
Norwich hoping to cash in. There's the first air of the ball game. Throwing air charge to Carpenter. Ahead on Ayers, the 0-1. That's taken. Even the count 1-1. Well, I think we all know that C.J. Nolan has elite sprint speed. Was also a soccer player in high school and a very dynamic athlete. So you better not spike one here. Anything that leaks around Carpenter, you know Nolan will break for the plate. 1-1. Ayers takes, and that was blocked. Good thing.
And Strite seems like he's getting in his own head as of right now. And you know what? He had a dangerous hitter against Nolan, and now Ayers has also given him trouble this year. July 9th, his last game versus the Bravehearts, he had 2 hits and RBI and 2 walks.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. That is taken for ball 3. Change up, competitive pitch. And Ayers hitting now 288 on the summer in a hitter's count. See if he'll attack him with a heater. Sepulveda is playing in with those bright gold cleats. See if we get a shot of those shiny, bright cleats for Sepulveda. The 3-1. That's taken for ball 4. So it's the second consecutive walk issued this inning, and Norwich has them at the corners.
So what Norwich doesn't want to do now is strand both of these runners on the diamond. They did so in the first inning. They want to drive in both runs. I mean, Nolan is right there for the taking, and a power hitter coming up right now in Jake Howlett, who has had success versus the Bravehearts this year.
Here's Dan Barato. He'll come out and greet his right-hander, Greg Strite, who is running into a pickle here. They're at the corners, and one out. So some command issues wavering now for Strite. And he's got a big bat right now in Jake Howlett, who has really been crushing the baseball.
Yeah, he has. His one and only home run actually came against these Bravehearts on June 23rd. He has been seeing a considerable amount of more playing time. This is his 18th time suiting up in the Navy and gold this summer. And the home plate umpire, Bullock, going to break up the meet-in, an extended meet-in on the mound. Just trying to calm Strite down, of course, after back-to-back walks, and I'm sure that baseball that was hit by C.J. Nolan that just went foul had to really get under his skin a little bit.
It certainly did. Anytime you see a pitch that someone's right on, well, you're going to think twice about putting anything near that zone. Here is Jake Howlett with the runners at the corners. They'll check in on air as he's back in there safely.
Yeah. Strite had a pickoff last time that we saw the Sea Unicorns with runners on the corners. Looking for another one. You have to imagine the Ayers might try to steal a bag, but he has to be cautious.
So Howlett awaiting his first offering. A bouncing ball chopped up the middle. It's going to leak into center field. In to score is C.J. Nolan, and the free pass does hurt Strite. It's 1-0.
Get up at him, get up at him, get up at him, and dance. The Norwich Sea Unicorns strike first on their final firework night. Jake Howlett up the middle for his 6th RBI of the season. Norwich up 1-0.
Well, Norwich has been elite at drawing walks when they are going right. And they waited their turn, and Jake Howlett just punches one into the earth and through the middle. Here's David Pengel. Had another hit for himself yesterday, the offering. That spiked and blocked by Alan Carpenter. Just sprawled right on top of it, the Worcester State product. Staying close to his collegiate program this summer with the Worcester Bravehearts. And, boy, that's a big block. It keeps Ayers at second. And Howlett on at first. Norwich has something going here. Lead at 1-0. Here's the 1-0. There's that changeup in a really good spot, and Carpenter let him know.
Yeah, Carpenter was really hyped about that one. David Pengel now up to the plate has seen lots of action for the Sea Unicorns. Has played in just about every game. His 35th time in the Golden Navy, and he has a 6-game hit streak.
Cuts and misses strike 2 out in front of that changeup.
Yeah, and he knew it right there. He was upset with himself on that one. Down 1-2. No reason to chase after anything even close right now with how wild Strite has been. But with the 1-2 count, you're going to need to be aggressive.
A great crowd here in attendance tonight. The 1-2 pitch. That just missed. Count is even. 2-2.
And Pengel, if he gets on, always a threat to steal, has 12 stolen bases on the year, and he has only been caught 3 times.
So Pengel hoping to take advantage here for Norwich. Strite is set. His 2-2 pitch off the end of the bat, flipped foul.
And almost a great grab by one of the fans. If we can get a look at how many people are in the fans today. Beautiful, beautiful amount of people here today.
Probably great attendance.
One of the biggest crowds that we've seen all summer long.
Fan appreciation night as well. And the Norwich faithful showing up here tonight. 2-2 on Pengel. The pitch. That is flipped foul. And again, trying to attack that outside corner is the righty Strite. That's been the tough part for Pengel. Has been those down and away breaking balls. It's really been his kryptonite this summer. And Pengel hoping to shoot something to the opposite field. Try to use that right side. The 2-2 cuts and misses. Struck him out. Pulled the string on him. And Pengel punched out. There's 2 gone.
And that'll be the first Unicorn down by the way of strikes today. And Norwich has done a great job working around Strite early on. But 2 outs now with 2 on for the Unicorns. And Kenny Noe back to the dish.
Well, this is the guy you want. Norwich trying to propel the offense. Produced a run on a Jake Howlett RBI single through the middle. The first pitch home, Noe way out in front of that changeup.
Yeah, he was trying to take that one out of the stadium right there. And Noe just has to focus on driving in the runners. He has 6 hits against the Bravehearts this season in 10 games. So he has been very, very productive versus the Worcester Bravehearts.
Straight toe tapping. His 0-1 pitch. Outside 1-1.
Really trying to make Noe go the opposite field. We saw him do that for a single in his first at bat. He is a pull hitter, though. He can mash the home run balls if he gets it in his wheelhouse.
They've both been crushed over that wall in right field. He's got great power to the pulse side and very compact when he goes to the opposite field. That's what you want, a guy that can spray the ball to all fields, and Noe has done that. Been a fixture at the top. 2 balls and 1 strike on the Freeport, New York native. He reached on an infield single his first time up over to Cade Centraccio. 2 on, 2 outs, 2-1. The righty pitch home. Noe over top of that fastball, 2-2.
Yeah.
So a little change in pace.
Yeah, he was pretty early on that one, I think. He thought or assumed that there was going to be a curveball by Strite, although he ended up looking silly on that one, and now he finds himself the 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2 on.
Strite takes a look at the runner, his pitch home. That's blocked again by Carpenter, and Strite has had some trouble commanding that breaking pitch at times, and Carpenter has really had a cat-like reflex to keep it in front of him.
You have to think that Noe will be sitting fastball now. Big moment for Strite. The runners will be on the move with a 3-2 count. Let's see what Noe can do.
It's full. Here's the pitch. There go the runners. This is a fly ball in the air, headed out to right field. It is way foul.
Oh, Noe, it had the home run distance, though, on that one. A loud foul ball.
How about the hang time?
Oh, yeah, crazy hang time. I mean, if that one was fair, you got to imagine that one's going at least 430.
Boy, that was clocked by Noe, and everyone has to return to their respective base. Howlett at first. He's teammates with Noe at Monmouth. And Norwich hoping for a little bit more here offensively. In the second inning, the full count pitch, boy, that nearly was a balk.
Yeah, surprised they didn't call it on that one. I mean, Strite elected not to throw over, but you can just tell this moment is getting to him, and the fans are letting him hear it.
Here we go, 3-2 pitch. There they go. Noe puts it on the ground. Handled over there by Yang. He dropped the baseball, throws to first. It is in time. So Jake Yang, after bobbling it, is able to complete it. We are headed to the third, but let's go back to last night in Nashua. Some of those moments for the Norwich offense, finding a way against those Silver Knights. And what a win it was for Norwich yesterday.
Yeah, and we're going to take another look at Bayer's unbelievable throw from right field to dart to home plate. Bang! He's out. And then we got another look at that again.
Boy, how about Jackson Prey, what he did for Norwich last night. And then it was the comeback effort. Trailed 6-1, and the bats came booming in the later stages, chipping away the Never Say Die Corns, a group destined for playoff destiny here in 2026. And just when you counted them out, this Norwich group rallies all the way back to take a lead. And then Sean Flannery, he was good last night as well. And how about this one? Fair down the line, and Powers sells out to make the grab, and Flannery says goodnight to Nashua last night. A 6-out save, and the Sea Unicorns were winners last night.
Yeah, and the Sea Unicorns really needed that win to propel themselves to the playoff race. I don't know if you can see it, Adam, but I'm starting to see the Jolly Roger being raised in center field. These guys are hunting for 4. The quest for 4 is still on.
Logan Rundy, his quest to always get right in the picture with us. He's ready to go. How about we talk about that playoff format and picture? He's waiting for us. Logan, over to you.
Dude, what a transition.
Shadow, the playoffs are right around the corners. 4th spot right now. 10th. There's
Our apologies with that microphone that was cutting in and out. We will get that reset. There's lots of great information coming from Logan Rundy. We'll have that ready to go in a moment. Here's the pitch home. That is taken outside, misses ball one. Jack Murray is at the plate here for the Worcester Bravehearts. Stands in the back of the lefty box. He's out there in left field here today. Zalenkanskas has been cruising today. Has 5 strikeouts. The pitch home. That is taken
just a little bit outside, yeah. Murray in his 19th game of the summer batting .218. He is on a 4-game hit streak, although Zalenkanskas has been dealing, so he'll have to deal with him if he wants to keep it going.
2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Big wave and a miss, strike one. Committed to USC, one of the top Division I programs in Southern California. The Trojans is where Murray is soon to head out in the fall, and he is a big bat for Joe Galvin's side out of Granada Hills, California. Here's the 2-1. Cuts and misses. Good life on that fastball.
Always unique to see California kids out here on the East Coast.
Hey, I'm right next to you.
Yeah, you're right next to me. That's right. We have Mr. Pitts, who is out from Washington. So lots of West Coast representation here in the Futures League.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, it's floated foul. So good protective swing from Jack Murray, a guy who is expected to play a regular spot in left field this summer for Joe Galvin. And certainly a big acquisition. He's heading to a big-name school. 2-2 count. Zalenkanskas has it set. His pitch to the plate. That missed inside, run the count full.
And once again, Madam, a huge crowd here at Dodd Stadium tonight, as you can see behind home plate and throughout the ballpark. These fans love their Norwich Sea Unicorn baseball.
Murray was a shortstop at the high school level, and he watches the big bender sit in there. Down by way of the K, the 6th punch out, and Michael Zalenkanskas is racking them up tonight. There's one out.
He starts inning number 2 inning number 3 now that we're in. He starts the 3rd inning as he ended the 2nd inning with the strikeout. And Zalenkanskas, we're not in Kansas anymore, but he's finding himself a home here at Dodd.
Here's Braden Cali. He's out in right field today. Just the one base runner has reached, and it was via the walk. 1-0 on Cali. Out there in the corner spot. Rising junior at UMass Lowell out of Taunton, Mass. This is a guy Zach Gitcher knows. He is one of his assistant coaches with the River Hawks. The 1-0. In the air, out to right center field. This could be trouble. It is tracked out on the run by T.J. Bayer. Boy, what a route by the GPS. And T.J. Bayer hunts one in the alley. 2 outs.
And let's see if we can get another replay at that. T.J. Bayer doing what he does best. We saw him with it yesterday. Bang! Another highlight reel by T.J. Bayer. He is now in the lead for the DB Lunt. Feeling electric. Play of the game.
Gotta love it. Boy, those are plays that win you ball games. And that would have been extra bases. That could have potentially been a 1-out triple. Instead, 2 outs, and it is the leadoff man, Chris Mondesir, batting.
Chris Mondesir got the strikeout party going for Zalenkanskas in the 1st inning with a strikeout on that big bender of a curveball. Seemed like it was a little inside, but we'll take it. And now Zalenkanskas just keeps the strikeout total moving. He's got 6 on the day now.
He's in the driver's seat for a 7th. Mondesir began his collegiate baseball at Worcester State and made the jump up in that transfer portal to Division I Maine. Cal Leverage on the right-handed hitting center fielder Mondesir. The 0-2 pitch, down and away, ball 1.
And Mondesir hitless versus Norwich. He's only played 1 game against them. This is his 12th game, a late season acquisition, 281 on the season, and he's come across the plate 17 times already.
On 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out for the 7th time today. Michael Zalenkanskas with a K to end the inning. We go to the home half of the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Norwich on the Futures League Network, streaming live on YouTube SNSN Sports.
It's safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
6 Ks today for Michael Zalenkanskis, and he has been on point here tonight. Sea Unicorns on top. 1-0 of the Worcester Bravehearts as Greg Streit back on the hill, trying to go toe-to-toe with the Norwich right-hander out of Ramapo College. These two teams competing for the third-place position in the Futures League standings, and this game certainly going to go a long way in this playoff picture. The Norwich starting to play some of their better baseball here as we inch a little bit closer to the month of August, which will start tomorrow.
Crazy. Dog days of summer are officially here, and it still feels like the summer is just getting started in a sense.
At the plate is T.J. Bayer after the first out. We'll check in with Logan Rundy. That missed outside 1-0.
So Bayer looking for his first hit of the game. Reached via the walk last time. We'll hear from Mr. Logan Rundy again in this next at-bat. Always excited to hear from him.
We know that Mike will be working. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. Bayer, a guy also that can steal lots of bags. Yeah. Bayer, his first time up, he drew a walk.
18 stolen bases on the year and 7 total hits versus these Bravehearts. Also has a 3-game hit streak currently.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he checked his swing. He was fooled on that wipeout pitch, strike one. In a really good location for the right-hander Greg Streit, San Jose, California local. On the hill here, count is 2-1 on T.J. Bayer, batting in the number 2 spot in the Norwich lineup. This is right back to the rubber, snagged by Streit, underhand tossing to first. 1 out. We check in with Logan Rundy. He's got an update on that playoff picture and what to expect as we head towards the final week.
Thanks. Playoffs are right around the.
Looks like we're having some connection troubles right now with his microphone, so we'll have to hit the pause button there. The pitch on Fiataroni, that's taken down and in for ball 1. So leadoff man set down. Bayer, good work fielding the position for the right-hander Streit. Full house here at Dodd Stadium here today. The Norwich general manager, Lee Walter, with us on K-Cancer Night, the biggest night of the summer, and you have to really enjoy this turnout here today.
It is a great turnout, Adam. It's a great night. The rain held off. We had that scare earlier today, but people have turned out and showed up for our last fireworks night, and hopefully a big win tonight against Worcester as well.
Norwich off to a good start, leading this ball game 1-0 against an opponent they've been really good against. Have received a great start from Michael Zalenkanskis. Streit's delivery, bouncing ball, trapped at first by Benoit. Win the race to the bag over at second base. K-Cancer Night, firework night as well. There's a big check presented down on the field before this ball game. I mean, how special are those moments on the field?
Yeah, I mean, it's just great. You know, the Masons, Freemasons here in Connecticut, this is about their third year with us and 5th year overall here at Dodd Stadium, doing a ticket fundraiser to help raise money for the Masonic Foundation. This year, 900 tickets sold, which means that they raised $4,500, and we presented them with the big check down on the field pregame. to recognize that great feat and the great work done by that organization.
They've certainly been special. Last night, they were a part of the largest attendance in Futures League history for the Norwich Sea Unicorns here at home, over 5,000 strong in that ball game. And I know Jeff Blayman is a big part of their group. What has he meant to really lead that group?
He is everything. It's been his baby since day one, working with other people in the organization first and now with me this year. He really spearheads everything for this fundraiser and gets the word out throughout the state of Connecticut to all the different lodges. And, he doesn't just take no for an answer. He gets it out there and really has everybody work together to pull this off.
It's a ball and 2 strike count on Jackson Powers, and they have shown up in numbers here today. I'm sure it goes a long way for the players down on the field to play in front of this crowd, and especially in the midst of a playoff push. 1-2 offering from strike. This is rocketed out to right field. Deep out by the wall. It is foul. Boy, the third long strike tonight.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of the game so far tonight, Adam. I saw that Neville walked away, so I figured I'd come in and hop on real quick with you. But it looks like some of the guys are swinging it a little bit, and hopefully we could start getting a few more of those into fair territory.
Yeah, that one just pushed foul, and another deep foul ball. C.J. Nolan hit one into the forestry down the line in left field. And Kenny Noe put one in the same zip code that Jackson Powers just sent one, and he is wiped out with strike 3. So Greg Streit maneuvers some trouble here in this third inning. 1-0 Norwich. Take a moment, step aside. Sea Unicorns Baseball live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the 4th inning here tonight. Sea Unicorns on top 1-0 over the Worcester Bravehearts. And Michael Zalenkanskas has been dealing today 6 punch-outs. He will be greeted by the top of the order. Jake Yang will start it out. Braden Lewis and Jalem Sepulveda. 2, 3, and 4 in the Worcester lineup due up, as the Sea Unicorns look to keep their 1-0 advantage over this Worcester group. And Norwich has been dominant at home against the Bravehearts in the air. Correct foul, strike 1. Norwich has, to this point, posted a 3-1 mark here at Dodd Stadium. Finished 4-1 in Worcester against the Bravehearts. There's that big breaking ball. It sailed up top. Even the count, 1-1. Even count, the 1-1 pitch to Yang. That misses outside, and the count moves to 2 balls and a strike. Michael Zalenkanskas working here in this fourth inning, trying to have his longest start of the summer for Norwich. Misses upstairs with that changeup, and the count moves to 3-1. At the plate, it is Yang, leadoff man up for the Bravehearts in the righty box. He takes strike 2 on that changeup offering. Yang out of Northwestern and Doylestown, Pennsylvania, 6 feet 170. A soon-to-be sophomore at Northwestern in Chicago. Bouncing ball over to third. Charging in on it is Fiataroni. He'll sling it across. And there is one out. So good work by Zalenkanskis to erase the leadoff man in the Worcester fourth inning. And boy, anytime you can get length out of your starter, that is going to go a long way. A bullpen that really had to fight hard last night in Nashua. So with one out in the inning, it's going to bring up the designated hitter, Braden Lewis, on the first delivery. Pops one foul into the seats on the first base side. Fans, before you come to the ballpark, stop by Charlene's Diner, Main Street, Jewett City, for delicious breakfast or lunch. Order what you want, eat what you get. Only at Charlene's Diner, Main Street, Jewett City.
Gotta love them. You know what my favorite meal is there, right?
The flapjacks.
The flapjacks. Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. That's outside. So where were you this morning? At our good friends at Charlene's?
I was.
Charlene. You know that song?
No, there's a song?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, my God. We got distracted by Sarge. I got distracted by Sarge.
Yeah, you always got to check in with them.
Yeah,
2-1.
A little quick pizza and AC run.
A what? AC run?
Yeah, like air conditioner.
Oh.
Have you been inside the front office?
Yeah, that's like my home.
It's like you're home away from home.
Yeah, I'm paying rent
Legend
there.
has it you actually live there.
I do. I don't really go home out anymore. That's
my God.
the Dodd Stadium front office, and boy, I tell you what, they're AC best in the league.
That's a hot take right there.
2-2 count. I haven't been in any other front office room like that in the league, so very biased. 2-2 pitch on Braden Lewis. The pitch home, jammed him in on his hands. Foul territory, it's foul.
And great opportunity for a souvenir, a one-handed grab there. Give that fan a contract. No, Mr. Ed, he usually says that when there's a good play. Wow.
He wasn't ready for it. You were, though.
I was. I always am.
Lewis grounded out to second his first time up. Toe tapping is Zalenkanskis. His pitch, fastball upstairs, 3-2.
So Zalenkanskis in danger of allowing his first walk of – actually, no, he has allowed one walk. That was to Carpenter in the second inning. So in danger of awarding his second walk of the game.
Couple of D3 guys battling here. Zalenkanskis is offering fought-off foul by the Wheaton product. Braden Lewis at the plate out of Hopedale, Massachusetts. This past spring, he was a .322 hitter, started 31 games for the Lions. Certainly a big bat at the Division III level. These are two top-end Division III guys going toe-to-toe here with one out, full count. Zalenkanskis is offering in the air foul, and I tell you what, Lewis really forcing Z to fight.
Brand new, too, to the Futures League. This is only his fourth game, but boy, is he hot. 462, 3 RBIs, and 2 of those 3 games, he's had multi-hit games.
Those are the acquisitions that make a big difference over the course of a summer, and especially those guys you pick up late. You're seeing it now with Zalenkanskis for Norwich, offering them a great start. Has allowed 1 earned run now over his first 6 and a third innings of work. And J.P. Kusick, who has come roaring to life offensively, just joining the team last week. 3-2 pitch, and Zalenkanskis lost the feel of it. So second walk he's issued today. Both runners have reached on the free pass, and a man on for Jalem Sepulveda.
Yeah, and for Zalenkanskis, that's only the second walk that he's allowed. He has been just about perfect other than that. That curveball just got released a little bit too early on that one, and the result, as you see, high and away, and now Lewis has a healthy-sized lead at first base.
We'll see if he'll think about swiping a bag here. Z set his pitch. Sepulveda right back up the middle, and that's the first hit of the ball game for the Worcester offense. So middle, and Sepulveda timed it perfect, right on the button. And the Bravehearts have something brewing. Men at first and second, 1 out.
And as we said, Adam, we're going to be seeing Sepulveda play a lot more now that St. Denis and Mercado are gone for the year. And just last night, he proves that he can hit. In the 10-6 loss at New Britain, he had 2 RBIs.
No doubt about that. He was right on that fastball, and it was right down Main Street. Mistake pitch, and we spoke about it in the opener. Have to hit spots against the Worcester lineup. Now you can argue that he got away with one that he left over the heart of the plate. Yes, it turned into a base hit up the middle. But boy, that's not a spot you want to miss. So 2 are on with 1 out. Fans, just one more Thirsty Thursday remains at Dodd Stadium. It is the final home game of the summer in 2026. Thursday, August 6th against the New Britain Bees. And Mike, we know you can crush it like Quint right here with $2 beer specials on Narragansett.
I'm going to correct you on one thing. Last home game of the regular season, because you know these boys are looking to crush it like Quint during the playoffs too.
If we have a Thursday home game.
Oh, hopefully. I'm going to crush it.
You're always crushing it.
Always.
It just
and
depends.
the hole in the wall. Narragansett only, though.
Narragansett only. They're great in Rhode Island.
Oh,
I drove by it last week.
I went there a year ago to their flagship location in Providence. And, boy, let me tell you, I got a Crush It Like Quint shirt there. I tried a couple samplers safely, I might add.
Good. Safety first.
Absolutely.
Especially when you are on deck at Dodd.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to be crushing it like Quint if I'm about to be batting, though. I mean, that might help, though. You know, like Popeye and his spinach?
No, I meant like on deck like a ship.
Oh, I thought you meant like in the batter's box.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The 7th of the night for Michael Zalankanskis. Beat him with a fastball. And Benoit set down. Here's Alan Carpenter.
And for Benoit, the second time that he's been set down on strikes. Zalankanskis working with the fastball this time around. And now there are 2 outs, 2 on in Norwich. Looks like they're going to get out of this one.
2 gone. Men at first and second. Aboard at first, Sepulveda. Lewis on in scoring position. He had the 1-out walk. 2 gone. Carpenter batting. He walked. He's one of the 3 base runners today. The pitch inside, running action on the 2-seamer.
And Carpenter, as you said, Adam, he was an all-star with his brother Adam Carpenter of the Sea Unicorns. Adam pitched an inning in Nashua, as did the others.
Well, how fun is that to pitch to your brother?
Bragging rights. Absolute bragging rights.
Lewis caught. Oh, boy, he just got back.
Almost looked like a balk. I don't know how he was able to turn his body around like that, but that one was close.
When we get to the bottom of the 4th inning, check in with the Bravehearts skipper, Joe Galvin. And the Torrid Offensive Paces group is on this summer. What they've been doing here in 2026. Logan Rundy, as always, we'll check in with him. We'll have that mic functioning for everyone back home. It's always great stuff with Logan in the house. That fastball just missed 2-0.
Yeah, great frame job right there by Cusick, although it'll just be a little bit outside. So, as you said, Adam, 2-0. Zalankanskis still hunting for his first strike of the at-bat. Does not want to have this one go to 3-0. To load the bases. Or 4-0 eventually, hopefully not. But
when Z is running into trouble, it has been working behind in counts. That just caught the knees.
Barely dropped in there. Nice hanging curveball right there by Zalankanskis.
So he's working back in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Z trying to make it 4 innings of shutout baseball tonight at Dodd Stadium. 2-1 count. There goes the base runner Lewis. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And on a catcher's indifference, ahead 90 feet is Lewis.
And you had to just realize that Lewis was going to steal that base no matter what. I'm surprised that Sepulveda did not go also on that one. But now you have to imagine that he probably will attempt to steal. Although,
but that runner at third doesn't matter. You got to just take care of the guy at the plate. Get out of it. 2-2 pitch. Fought off right on the hands of Carpenter. And that's got to be the focus. Good business decision by Cusick. Recognized he had no chance throwing out Lewis, who had a massive lead. Could stroll into third. Aboard at first, it is Sepulveda. He reached on the single. He's got the lone hit today. All twos across the board. Zalenkanskis is ready to go with Carpenter. .333 hitter this summer at Worcester State. That missed 3 and 2. And strolling into second now, Sepulveda. So 2 men in scoring position on a spike slider. Count is full.
Yeah, this is quickly turning into a dangerous moment right now for Zalenkanskis with 2 runners in scoring position. Carpenter, if he gets a single on this one, it could very well mean that 2 Bravehearts will score, but that is not on the mind of Michael Zalenkanskis. 3-2 count, 2 outs, looking for strikeout number 8 of the game.
Z ready to go. His towering delivery to the plate struck him out. Boy,
wow, no.
Where did that miss?
Wow.
Boy, we'll have to take a look at our
track,
man.
Yeah.
Boy, that was all over the inside corner. And Tyler Bullock has it as ball 4. Here's a look on that replay.
And it was a little high. It
maybe
like
upstairs.
It was a little bit high, barely. It dropped in at the last possible second. So great call by Tyler Bullock. He's a veteran when it comes to the Futures League. So, well, no matter what, it's bases loaded, and Zalenkanskis is going to need to get out of this one.
7th spot in the order. Centraccio shoots away strike 1.
Centraccio has been a regular in the Bravehearts lineup. 31st game of the summer. He is on a 7-game hit streak right now. Of course, he struck out his last at-bat. Zalenkanskis looking for the same result right here, right now.
Trying to make it 4 innings today. His 0-1 pitch. Good dig by Kusick.
Need that. That's why you need a good defensive catcher. It seems as if the Sea Unicorns have kind of been searching for who is going to be the everyday backstop, and I think that going forward it's going to be Kusick, who really does remind me of Matt Malcolm, a former Sea Unicorn.
A similar pickup in the season, too. The pitch that is rocketed into right field, a base hit. 1 run will score. The wave to the plate, testing the arm of Bayer, and it skipped away from Kusick. And the Bravehearts have taken the lead on an RBI knock. It comes off the bat of Cade Centraccio. Hits in 8 straight games, and Zalenkanskis has to pay for a couple of walks he issued. And Worcester on top for the first time tonight.
And Bayer with a perfect relay from the outfield. It was a 1 bounce to Kusick. It seems as if that Kusick just got a little tied up on that one and allows 2 to score.
They're going to credit a fielding error on J.P. Kusick. Boy, that was a strike to the plate, and Bayer would have had his 5th outfield assist of the summer.
And there's going to be a meeting right now. I don't exactly know what it's going to be, what they could be arguing about.
I'm not sure what this huddle is about. Whether I would imagine if it was a chance for Kusick to field that throw coming to the plate. And if he fields that cleanly, Sepulveda would have been a toasted duck at home. Not going to matter. Runners are at 2nd and 3rd. Carpenter at 3rd and Centraccio at 2nd. And Zach Gitcher will come out. Either way, you go back through this inning. Borderline 3-2 pitch that missed. And boy, it would be a very different feel here tonight. And we spoke about it. You can't walk this group. They lead the Futures League in walks. They take their free passes. And because of it, a timely hit for Cade Centraccio. And Worcester's got a 2-1 lead.
15 RBIs now on the year for Cade Centraccio. And still trying to figure out what is exactly being discussed. You have to imagine if it was catcher's interference or runner's
They
interference.
just put an error for Bayer. How do you
put an error for Bayer? That was a perfect dot, right?
Yes.
We're going to have a conversation, I think.
That is a strike to the plate that should have been handled. Should not be an error on Bayer.
No. I mean, unless they're doing it on Kusick,
But they just put E9, so that would be on Bayer. Here's the pitch. That's that heater missed outside. Well, we'll see if Mike Neville can go and get that scoring corrected or get an explanation on that throwing error. 1-0 count. It's Jack Murray batting. In a big spot here, Zalenkanskis outside 2-0. So Norwich, no real action imminent in that bullpen down the right field side. 2-0 count. Z trying to limit further damage. The pitch. It missed upstairs, and all of a sudden, The wheels getting off the tracks for Zalenkanskis behind 3-0. Well, this is outs you have to get and a lot of bullets being expended. Imagine this could be the final inning for Z, the 3-0. That's on the outer black, 3-1.
Yeah, so the runner now on third base is going to be Carpenter, the catcher.
Yep.
And then we have a runner on second base, too. That will be Centrasio, who moved up to second base on the error by Bayer, which was confirmed.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. That just missed. Good spot, better take. And the Bravehearts, who continue that expressway on with the walk, have reloaded them up. So I know you just had a conversation. How was it a throwing error when it was in position for Cusick to handle it?
They must have a different angle than we have.
Well, they do.
What they said is that the ball was about 5 feet to the left of Cusick, which is why they ruled it an error.
On the ground, a short. Noe to Nolan, and that'll do it. So Zalenkanskis minimizes further damage. 2 runs come in on a Cade Centraccio base hit. 2-1 Worcester to the bottom of the 4th when we come back.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning tonight. Logan Rundy standing by with Joe Galvin. His side has just taken the lead. 2-1, a little bit more on the summer in Worcester.
Thanks, Adam. I'm here with the man, Joe Galvin. Hunter St. Dennis was absolute terror when he left the team. He ended his career, at least here for this season, on a 20-game hit streak. What was it like to coach a guy of that caliber, especially on the offensive end?
Obviously, very talented, 20-game hitting streak, and it like he was just a punch hitter. I mean, he was hitting home runs for us, and aggressive. 2 strikes on him, you couldn't get him out. You know, he'd go back single. A very, very special hitter and you know, a tremendous young man to boot.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about offense and one of the best offenses. What was the conversation in the beginning of the year in terms of an approach on the offensive side of the ball?
But what they've done is they're here. They're being very aggressive when they need to be, and they have a plan at the plate and they're executing it. You know, our hitting coach, Vinny, is tremendous. The work that he puts in with them day in and day out, hours before the start of the game, paying dividends for us.
Absolutely. An absolute offensive attack has been one of the hardest to stop here in the Futures. Hardest for St. Dennis, but this offense 1 through 9 is one of the best in the league. Adam, back to you.
Great stuff as always. Logan checking in with the skipper of the Worcester Bravehearts, Joe Galvin. Nice of him to spend some time with us. In the air, out to center field, looping in a hurry. Mondesir covers the ground, and that will retire J.P. Cusick to begin the Norwich 4th inning. They trailed the ball game right now 2-1.
Yeah, and Cusick, this is his second time leading off the inning for the Sea Unicorns. He did so in the second when he grounded out to the shortstop, now flies out to the center fielder. Almost some trouble there for the center fielder, Mondesir, but he's able to corral it.
Here's C.J. Nolan, takes inside ball 1. So Norwich, a group that has been so good in responding back this summer after surrendering a couple of runs. especially in this month of July. Going to need an answer. In the air, out to straightaway center field. Mondesir on the warning track is able to hunt one down. Boy, Chris Mondesir has been a busy man in the bottom of the fourth inning, and he's able to track another down, wrangle it in. 2 up, 2 down, and Greg Strike can say thank you, Chris Mondesir.
And let me tell you what, this man is wicked fast in center field, and playing dividends for the starting pitcher, Strite, who is now in his deepest outing of the summer against Norwich, and arguably his best one. The most deep that he went was July 10th, 3 1/3, when he allowed 5 hits and 4 earned runs. A much different story today, as he's allowed only 2 hits and 1 earned run against these Sea Unicorns.
1-0 count, Henry Ayers batting. Make it 2-0, change up missed. You remember last summer, Caleb Woodward out of Trinity College in Texas, so good in center field, and what he did for Worcester. Well, he was a huge element of that team in their strong regular season and was consistently in that leadoff spot. And Joe Galvin hoping to revitalize a little bit of that with Chris Mondesir out there in center field, and he's batting in that same spot, top of the order. And he's got a lot of speed and a really good bat. 2-1 pitch to Ayers. This should get down in the alley in left center field. And Henry Ayers will reach, take the wide turn around the first base bag. And the Sea Unicorns have life in the fourth inning.
Henry Ayers continues his hot performance at the plate. He walked in inning number 2. He now begins his second at-bat with an opposite field single. And the Sea Unicorns this inning have been hitting the ball deep into the outfield. And Ayers joins the party, but this time with a single.
Third hit of the ball game for Norwich, bring up Jake Howlett. So the tying man is aboard for Norwich. Sea Unicorns hoping to have a little 2-out surge here. The pitch, Howlett, big swing, strike 1.
Yeah, Howlett late on that one, arguably had his best game of the summer against Worcester on June 23rd when he hit his one and only home run at Finn Field. He would love to do it again right here, right now.
Here's the 0-1. Howlett checks his swing.
Late call.
And need Tyler Bullock going to rule to strike 2. Boy, 50-50 call. And Worcester gets it to go their way. And no doubt Howlett was fooled on it. Ayers on at first at a 2-out single to left field. On 0-2, Strite will check in. He's already picked a man off today. Well, the run game for Norwich has really been shrunk over the past few weeks, and that was a huge element for Norwich. Now down to third in the league in stolen bases. The 0-2, down and away, ball 1. And give credit today to Alan Carpenter and what he did early in this ball game for Greg Strite. Norwich had many chances with runners in scoring position and failed to catch them in. Different sign here. Sea Unicorns have had now their woes trying to reach, and Strite will step off the rubber. Very similar last night early in that ball game. Norwich was 0 for 5 with men in scoring position over the first 6 innings. Really turned it around, 3 for 3 in their final few chances, and they made them count. The 1-2, that gets away from Carpenter, and there goes Howlett. So finally one beats Carpenter on a spiked breaking ball. The count is even.
Yeah, Carpenter has been strong all game. Strite has been spiking the baseballs in the dirt. Carpenter, as you said, not able to corral it this time around, and Howlett now has a great opportunity to knock in his 7th RBI of the year.
All 2s across the board. The tying runner in scoring position now in Jake Howlett. The pitch from Strite. Bouncing ball out in front of it, Howlett.
Howlett actually already does have an RBI in today's game, so he's in search of another one, which would be his 8th.
Check that. It's Ayers in scoring position, and Howlett trying to deliver here. He's got a RBI knock, as you said, Mike, and hoping for one more here in the home half of the fourth inning. 2-1 Worcester lead. Strite looking in, his offering home. Bouncing ball, it is chopped to third. Scooped by Sepulveda. His throw gets away. It goes into the seats, and that's going to allow a run to come home. We'll see if they will send Ayers back to third on that throwing error, but instead this game is tied. So able to advance another base because of it is Henry Ayers. Joe Galvin is going to come out of the Worcester dugout. I'm not sure how many bases you get awarded when it goes into the seats. No doubt Howlett gets to go to second.
It is 2, Adam, but I know one thing that we got to do. You know the drill. Get up at him, get up at him, get up at him, and dance. Just like that, a ball goes sailing into the Sea Unicorns fans, and Norwich now ties the game for Howlett. That will be an RBI. Or no, a defensive error actually on the third baseman. No RBI for Howlett, but Mr. Henry Ayers will come across for a run. Tie game no matter how you look at it, with the runner in scoring position once again.
Well, put a ball in play and good things happen. Howlett was out in front of it, and Sepulveda just let one airmail into the Norwich faithful tonight. And that souvenir means it's a tied ball game. It's 2-2 in the home half of the fourth inning, and Norwich catches a break. Take advantage of a costly defensive miscue by the Worcester infield. It allows Ayers to score, and Howlett now in scoring position. So that meeting on the mound, Dan Barato out there, a conversation trying to help Greg Streit navigate some turbulence as David Pengel will come up. Well, he's always a guy that will drop down the bunt. We'll see where Sepulveda will line up at third. If he's back, boy, no doubt have to take a chance to drop one down. Sepulveda is playing back here. This could be a spot to lay down a bunt. Try and turn over this lineup card for Kenny Noe waiting on deck. Pengel punched out his first time up. Sepulveda is back at third, and the same over at first. He is showing bunt, pulls it back. It missed.
I think he was trying to bait Sepulveda out there at third base. I mean, he just made an error, so he's definitely still going to be kicking himself after that play. I like the move by Pengel. He'll do anything he can to get that 6-game hit streak to 7.
Well, Pengel again showing that bunt, and that's in the zone, called strike. Well, with the spot Sepulveda is playing defensively, and if Pengel gets one down, no shot unless it is Carpenter who picks it up. It's even, the 1-1 pitch. Pengel swinging away, flips one out to right field. It's falling in a hurry. It'll get down, a base hit. The wave at third for Howlett, dropped in right field by Callie. RBI knock. David Pengel to the opposite field, and a little thunder here with 2 outs. It's a 3-2 Norwich lead.
Get up at him, get up at him, get up at him and dance. We're dancing here for the third time tonight, second time in the inning. David Pengel extends his hit streak to 7 games, an RBI single the opposite way, and just like that, Norwich back on top. It's 3-2 Sea Unicorns.
Boy, good piece of hitting inside out. David Pengel, and the Northeastern Husky is on. And they're going to check in on him, and he's safe.
Yeah, and he will steal it back. He's got 12 now on the year. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, only caught 3 times. So he is a very smart man. High IQ out on the base pass. Huge lead. He does have to be careful, as Fiataroni was picked off today also. With
so that lead. Error by Sepulveda is a gift for Norwich, and it has hurt the Bravehearts. They had a chance to get out of this inning unscathed, and the Sea Unicorns make them pay the price. Norwich has their second lead of the ball game. Both sides trading leads here in the middle stages. We're in the home half of the fourth inning. Now a 3-2 Norwich lead. It's Noe batting. The pitch home from Streit. Just inside.
Pounce. You see how Carpenter pounced on that one. It looked like he was going to try to pick off his man at first base.
Noe reached on an infield single. His first time up. Norwich now with 4 hits in the ball game. Here's the offering. Noe rockets it into right field for a base hit. Kenny Noe delivers, and Norwich has runners at first and second.
Make that 5 hits on the game, Adam. Kenny Noe with his second. So part of those 2 of those 5 hits for the Sea Unicorns come off the bat of Kenny Noe. And Norwich now once again with a runner in scoring position. And up to the plate, TJ Bayer looking for his first hit of the game. He took a walk in the first, and then he grounded out to the pitcher in the third.
Well, you give an inch. Norwich is taking a mile right now, and a real chance to add on some more runs. Bayer bats. He takes the changeup on the outer edge.
And something I've realized about Bayer and Pengel, for instance, is that they love to go the opposite field way. They will slap the ball to right field, and it's not like it's hit super hard. I like the soft contact, which makes it so the right fielder has to come in even more than he normally would.
Well, that's spiked, and again, Carpenter forced to block one. Even the count 1-1. On at first, it is Noe. Pengel at second. Boy, he's a threat to steal third base with the right-handed hitting T.J. Bayer. It's not a direct road to Sepulveda at third. On 1-1, Bayer takes another good spot and Strite in the driver's seat.
Yeah, that off-speed pitch doing its dividends for Strite, making it so Bayer had to think about that one just a little bit longer, but he has to be a hitter now. Down 1-2, 2 outs. Bayer looking to go up the middle.
We'll see what that bright blue bat has in mind. Reaches it out, up the middle, base hit, T.J. Bayer, the wave at third. Pengel to the plate, he scores like a mind reader, Mike Neville right now, and it's a 4-2 Norwich lead.
Get up at him, get up at him, get up at him and dance. Myself doing a little bit of a Houdini magic trick. T.J. Bayer doing the work. 4-game hit streak now, and he is on fire. T.J. Bayer, have yourself a day. 4-2 Norwich.
Here comes Joe Galvin.
Slow walk.
Greg Strite makes it 3 2/3 of an inning, and the Sea Unicorns get to him in the bottom of the fourth. It's a 2-run lead for Norwich, and a psychic right now is my broadcast partner. Take a break, step aside. Brand new ball game in Norwich. Meet the new arm when we come back.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
The pitching change being made by the Bravehearts here. The night comes to an end for Greg Strite. He works 3 2/3 of an inning. Those runs after that error was committed, they will not be earned. So 1 earned run, 3 of the unearned variety. 6 hits surrendered. He struck out a batter. And he walked a pair. He departs for the right-hander Connor Herlihy on the rubber, soon-to-be junior at Stevens out of Holden, Massachusetts. Mike, what should we know about the new right arm in this ball game?
Well, besides this being his 16th appearance on the summer through 24 even innings pitched, he has 15 strikeouts, 1 save, obviously. Now is not a save opportunity, but the more important fact is that he is no stranger to the Sea Unicorns. He pitched against them right here at Dodd Stadium all the way back on May 31st. 2 innings of hitless baseball. He then faced Norwich again on June 7th, 1 1/3 inning pitched, hitless again, and then once again on June 20th, 2 innings pitched, 2 hits. He has been very good against Norwich.
Here's Mike Friadaroni batting with the longest active now hitting streak in the Futures League. It's locked in at 10 games.
15, actually.
It's not. I checked it.
If you go, what about before he went on vacation, though?
Well, he had a 0-for-3 ball game mixed in. So, unfortunately, it is at 10 games right
Still
now.
Good, though.
And
Still
he is
good.
batting .476 since July 24th. 0-1 count on the Norwich third baseman today. The offering from Herlihy. Outside, one. Wow.
Late call. Late call. You know what? I think that Carpenter being so hyped by that really got Bullock a little hyped too, but it'll be a strike, and that's what you got to do if you're pitching against Viataroni, who is third in the Futures League in hits with 47.
0-2 count on Viataroni. Herlihy to the plate. This is lifted in the air. Looping fly ball. Long run out there. Mondesir dives. He can't get to it. No, he will come home and score. The wave for Bayer. Throw coming to the plate. TJ Bayer's in there too. Mike Viataroni give him hits in 11 straight games. Dumps one into center field. And Norwich has gone erupting here in the fourth inning. Strike for 5. It's 6-2.
You know the drill, Adam. Get up at him, get up at him, get up at him, and dance. 5 total runs for the Sea Unicorns this inning alone. Michael Viataroni now with a league-leading 49 hits on the game, or on the season, excuse me. And Norwich just keeps the good times rolling. It is now 6-2.
So the MVP caliber summer for Viataroni in full effect right now. And both of those runners were of Stright's doing. And this has all come after the error committed by Sepulveda. 6-2 Norwich on top in the home half of the fourth inning. Here is Jackson Powers. He's the 9th man up in this fruitful fourth inning. Herlihy's 1-0. On the ground to second. Handled by Yang. He'll toss to first, and the inning is over. But not before Norwich erupts for 5. It is 6-2 for the home side. We go to the fifth inning. 6-2 Norwich.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the fifth inning, and the night comes to an end for Michael Zalenkanskis. He was good today for Norwich, allows a couple of earned runs on 2 hits. Struck out 7, he walked 3. He departs for the right-hander. Riser to Monmouth, Sean McGettigan. What should we know about the new right-hander that enters for Zach Kitcher?
Well, this is only his 9th appearance of the year. He's got a 1-1 record, 1 save, 12 innings, 13 strikeouts. And let me tell you what, Adam, he was hot his last game that he played here at Dodd Stadium. July 26th versus the Lowell Spinners in that 4-0 victory. 2 innings pitched, and he's just been a great player so far. He has played against the Bravehearts last time out, July 9th. 1 inning of hitless ball, clean slate for him, and looking to pick up the masterpiece that Zalenkanskis has had.
He's been really good for Norwich, entering here in this fifth inning, and Norwich has to put up a 0. Got the big inning offensively. Great response. Door cracked opened after the error, and the Sea Unicorns took full advantage of it. Here is Chris Mondesir. It's the top of the order for this Worcester offense, trying to rally right back.
And the leadoff batter, Mondesir was a busy man the last couple innings. Made a couple of great plays in center field, almost with a phenomenal ending play off the bat of Viataroni. Just dove a little bit too early on that one. And Norwich would eventually explode for 5 runs last inning.
That's drilled up the middle, and Chris Mondesir ambushes the first offering from Sean McGettigan. It's the first hit of the night for Mondesir, who struck out his first 2 times. Leadoff man on, here's Jake Yang.
And Mondesir, that is his first hit against Norwich this year. This is only his second game of the summer against the Norwich, as Mondesir is relatively new.
Was a late odd this summer for Joe Galvin. Pitch to Yang. Overthrown heater from McGettigan. All this bullpen is going to have to be lights out. Sea Unicorns needing to cover 5 innings. Yesterday it was by committing. You get that feeling. It's going to be a similar path to the finish line tonight. No Flannery available. No Adam Carpenter available. No Peter Glidden available. Alex D'Ambrosio is. He just needed 1 pitch yesterday to get an out. 2-0 count on Jake Yang, the pitch. That's the fastball. Rocked down Broadway, strike 1. And this is a big outing for Sean McGettigan. He's rested, and, well, you need quality appearances the rest of the way. Holding on to a 4-run lead. You can't give this Worcester offense any life. 2-1 pitch to Yang. Backed him up, 3-1.
Yeah, just a little bit high on that one for McGettigan. I mean, he looked great his last time out here, right, Adam? At when they played Lowell. And he's just looking to settle in a little bit more. Lights coming on at Dodd, and so are they in the booth. Thank you, Adam. I can see now.
Hey, I try my best. Let there be light. Here's the 3-1. Big cut and a miss. Good pitch there from McGettigan. Count is full. If he can spot that wipe away slider, well, he's going to be very dominant.
Well, he's staring number 14 in the face right now for strikeouts. 3-2 count. Mondesir decreases his lead.
That's popped up, and on the hands, that's going to go out of play. So this battle will continue here between Jake Yang and Sean McGettigan, and those are those foul balls. Anytime you can spoil pitch like that, well, you feel like as a batter you gave yourself another life. See what we have on another payoff offering. The pitch. Well, you wouldn't chase it, and the first 2 reach safely against McGettigan to begin the Worcester 5th inning.
Yeah, and Yang will take his first walk of the game. Still is hitless in this game. The hottest hitter for the Bravehearts as of right now. You have to imagine that he will be seeing the bulk of playing time for the Bravehearts. I don't imagine him missing a single game the rest of the year. I mean, already with the home run against Norwich this season, 309, 2 home runs, 20 RBIs. He now is essentially the hottest and best hitter for the Bravehearts with the departure of St. Denis and Mercado.
No doubt. And guys are going to have to step up. And when guys depart and the roster shifts, that's the big question. Who fills the gaps? Those are questions to be answered in Worcester. The offering home, that's taken. Good pitch, strike 1.
Job. What a frame job on that one by Kusick.
And remember, Worcester has not played for a couple of days. They were rained out yesterday. In that ball game, they were expected to play the Starfires, rained out the day before. The group that hasn't played since Monday this week, but they're 4-1 over their last 5. You have to wonder if that long layoff after that strong stretch is going to end up hurting Worcester and slow their momentum.
Well, Worcester, they recently caught fire once again, so absolutely. I mean, they were coming off a horrendous 7-game losing streak, and they still somehow stayed in the playoff hunt during that time, but they've really kind of proven that they are a good team once more.
On 0-2, punched foul. It is Braden Lewis batting. He is grounded out and walked today. McGettigan still looking for his first out here in the 5th inning, and that's the challenge with Worcester. It doesn't matter who they send to the plate. They all give you a tough at-bat. They can score the runs, no doubt. On 0-2, inside and brushed away is Lewis, one of the new additions for Worcester.
One of the first times I've seen a batter in the Futures League wearing a cage helmet. You don't see that much.
I have to wonder if he is trying to protect a potential facial injury or if that's just a protective precaution. Taking down in the dirt 2-2. So that slider has not been chased so far this outing, offered by McGettigan, and that's a big put-out pitch of his. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Braden Lewis. It's now the top of the order batting for this Worcester group. First 2 men reaching safely. The walk-in base hit on 2-2. This is lifted in the air out to center field. David Pengel's got it. Thinking about it was Mondesir. He will not test the arm of David Pengel. One more BOGO Tuesday remains at Dodd Stadium. It's heading back on August 4th. The Unicorns meet with their in-state rival New Britain Bees. Buy one, get one tickets. By purchasing any Seating Bowl ticket, you receive a second ticket of equal or lesser value. The free ticket valid only for the same game and only available in the Seating Bowl. They must be purchased at the Dodd Stadium ticket office. That ball game 6:30 start time. And for all of your ticketing needs, go Unicorns.com. There goes Mondesir. Both the free ticket valid only for the same game and only available in the Seating Bowl. They must be purchased at the Dodd Stadium ticket office. That ball game 6:30 start time. And for all of your ticketing needs, go Unicorns.com. There goes Mondesir. Both runners are going. Good throw. All right, so we'll take a break. Step aside. Our apologies. Good work there. J.P. Kusick throwing out a base runner of Chris Mondesir. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, 6-2 Norwich.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the home half of the 5th inning. It's a 6-2 Norwich lead right here at Senator Thomas J. Dodd Stadium here in the Rose City. Pitching change being made. So Connor Herlihy helps record the final 2 outs in a big 4th inning for Norwich that saw the home side strike for 5. New arm in the ballgame is the Eastern Connecticut State product, Stephen Rickert. He'll take the mound here. Mike, what do we know about the new Braveheart that has entered the night?
Well, Rickert, I saw him walking around Dodd Stadium earlier on today, and, man, he is a big boy. It doesn't seem so from the TV set that you might be watching right now, but let me tell you what, this guy brings some high heat. His fastball clocks in the low 90s, which can be dominating for this level of play, and I see him working his fastball a lot to take down these Unicorns, but I'm not sure if that is the best course of action. J.P. Kusick will be the first man to bat against him, and is also the 3rd time in a row that the catcher is leading off for the Corns.
So Rickert, a second-year Braveheart, pitched to a 7.25 ERA over 14 appearances last summer in Worcester. He'll meet with J.P. Kusick, transfer to Maryland, cuts away at the slider, strike one.
Nasty, nasty stuff. Kind of reminds me of Walker Buehler by the way he pitches. To an extent. Lots of fans here, though, Adam. Look at all this.
This is what
crazy.
you enjoy seeing at Dodd
Gotta love to
Stadium.
see it. Probably our best number of attendance that we have here. We will get you the number as the game goes on. Norwich usually will broadcast that number and around the 7th inning.
0-2 on Kusick. Chopper over to third. Sepulveda comes charging in on it. His throw, it is in time, and Kusick set down to begin the Norwich 5th inning. Fans, Jewett City Savings Bank is your hometown bank for over 125 years. With offices ready to serve you all over Eastern Connecticut. Go to jcsbank.com to find out why Jewett City Savings Bank is your community bank.
They've been in my family for a long, long time, Adam, and that reminds me, I got to go check out my HSA account.
Do you?
Yeah, from Jewett City.
Well, they always take care of you. Sliced foul. Here's C.J. Nolan. He just missed a home run. His first trip to the plate. Boy, it was hammered.
Barely, Adam. I think that you and me, we kind of rose to our feet. We were expecting that one to be called a home run, but just wrapped around the pole foul by a matter of inches on that one.
Norwich has missed 3 near home runs today. The big drive from Nolan, Howlett, and Ayers today, and boy, they were smoked, no doubt. 6-2, Sea Unicorns lead the ball game, home half of the 5th inning. Glad you're with us. Friday night, the final one in the summer of 2026. The big bender drops in for strike 2. So many big moments for this team and this group over the summer, and times when they really look dead. And just a matter of finding that fight and the growth that has been displayed. That's a big reason why Norwich has a playoff spot. Big swing and a miss on that slider. And Rickert takes care of the first 2 batters in order. It'll bring up Henry Ayers.
And here's the thing. This win is very important for a couple reasons. Yes, if the Corns win this one, they will be just a game back from these Bravehearts. But also, more importantly, they will be back to 500 for the first time in weeks.
24-26 right now.
Close.
There will be one
Close.
game.
Close.
Yes.
Close. Key word. What is it? 1, 2, 3.
Close.
There we go.
There it is.
I didn't say my math was the best, you know.
Here's the 1-0. Hey, good thing we don't have to crunch numbers up here.
Oh, God. Thank God. That's Mike's job. Oh, the other Mike.
Yes.
The other Mike, yeah.
Yeah. He's got the numbers handled.
There's like 7 mics in this stadium, I swear.
Yeah, it is.
I'm the OG Mike, though, right?
Been here since 22.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the 1-1. Outside fastball missed for ball 2. It is Henry Ayers. He had a base hit his last turn to the plate. Part of that 4th inning. Norwich sent 9 batters to the plate. And it has changed this ball game on 2-1. That just missed inside. 3-1 count.
Ayers with a single, his last at bat in the 4th inning. Nice to see him heat things up. He entered play with a .288 average.
Inching a little bit closer to that 300 mark. In a hitter's count, Rickert's 3-1 pitch moved him back with ball 4. There is that big fastball you were discussing from Rickert. Could not locate it, and Henry Ayers will reach for the 3rd time tonight. And Norwich has a 2-out base runner. Jake Howlett will bat.
And going back to Ayers real quick, we saw him catch game 1 of the year here at Dodd Stadium, but we have seen him kind of slide exclusively into the DH role, and he has been very impressive from that spot.
When you have a cast of 5 wiped out on that slider was Howlett, going to be very difficult to allocate the playing time back there. And a really good performance from Paul Calandrelli, his last performance for Norwich. He's in that battle. Bryce Miller, swing and a miss, snap throw over to first. Well, a good defensive display from Carpenter. Big reason why he was an all-star this summer for Worcester. Has a really good bat, handles the game defensively with that pitching staff. But Bryce Miller, a guy who can also play some outfield. There is a roster crunch as far as playing time, and that raises the complete level. That's fouled away. And Howlett, a guy involved with some of that over at first base, but has really swung a good bat in Norwich. When guys elevate their level of play and start to take off, you make space for them, and that's the luxury you have when you have competition in your roster. 0-2 on Howlett. The pitch on the ground to third. Backhand side of Sepulveda. It's not been his night. Leaks into left field, and it is the third error committed by Worcester, and the second in as many innings by Sepulveda. Once again with 2 outs, and Norwich has a couple of men on for David Pengel.
And now 2 straight at-bats that Howlett has grounded into an error to the third baseman. He did it in his last at-bat, and then ultimately that's what caused the offense to go on a complete assault for the Sea Unicorns, starting with Kenny Noe, and now David Pengel has an opportunity to knock in yet another one, as he did his last at-bat.
So Alan Carpenter will come out. So anytime you boot a ball the way Sepulveda did, that stains the back of your mind, and you don't forget about it. And then all of a sudden, that really blows things up. And another compounding for Sepulveda. There's a guy known for his ability as a two-way player, versatile defensively. But when things start to crumble the other way, boy, it can really make things scary when the ball's hit back your way. Norwich is taking advantage here on a couple of grounders to the left side of the infield. Strike 1 on Pengel.
I have to imagine that due to the speed from the Bravehearts pitcher, that Pengel is going to go to left center with this bat.
Well, right now we'll watch 1-1. Well, you've called your shot a couple
times. 3 times. I'm 3 for 3 right now.
Babe Ruth from the booth.
Hey. Oh. Babe Ruth from the booth. That's going to go to my head now.
Okay. Even count 1-1. Here's Pengel from the batter's box. Takes 2-1.
Yes, Unicorns have gotten better heading into today's game. On base percentage was .370. Batting average .255. Still room for improvement through 50 games, and they had 11 home runs at the start of the game today.
So Rickard is set. Hitters count for Pengel. This is on the ground. It is a fair ball handled by Benoit. Step on the bag at first. And Rickard gets out of it despite the 2-out error. 6-2 Norwich. We head to the 6th inning on the Futures League Network. Streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
We go to the 6th inning tonight in Norwich, a 6-2 Sea Unicorns lead. Sean McGettigan wraps up his warm-up tosses on a Friday night. And as always, Logan Rundy beside me in the broadcast booth, crushing it as always here tonight. Good to have you along for the ride. And how about that response? I know we talked about it in the opener. What would that response inning be like after surrendering that early 1-0 lead in Norwich? Had a big answer in the 4th inning.
Yeah, sure did. Able to capitalize on some bad defense over there at third base. Now 2 errors over at third base by Sepulveda. Very rare that he makes those mistakes.
No doubt. Strike 1. is the count on the third. Check that on the first baseman. That is batting. It is Joey Benoit at the plate here for Worcester as he begins the Bravehearts' sixth inning. Benoit, a commit to Brown out of East Taunton, Mass. And he is down on strike. So good start to the inning for Sean McGettigan.
Yeah, Sean's done a really good job of controlling the zone. This slider has been great with 2 strikes tonight. That's now the third swinging strikeout from Benoit. Just hasn't seen McGettigan well at all.
So it'll bring up the catcher, Alan Carpenter, to the plate. 1 out in the inning. Good sequencing from McGettigan. And boy, control the strike zone is huge. This is lifted to left field. That'll fall in, a base hit. So Alan Carpenter dumps one into the opposite field. And there is a 1-out base runner for Worcester.
Yeah, well done by Alan Carpenter. This is just knowing the trends here. McGettigan started the majority of his guys with fastballs right down the middle. Just takes a nice, easy swing to it into left field.
And it'll bring up the shortstop, Cade Centraccio. He's been busy today over at shortstop with a couple of ground balls headed his way. Bat for the third time. Had an RBI knock. His last turn to the plate is also struck out today. The pitch. Checked his swing. He went around, strike 1. Good spot for McGettigan, and this is an outing Norwich needs a couple of innings from him. Really burned the bullpen in Nashua yesterday to put together a comeback victory, and McGettigan is a big part of the bullpen. He's set. The 0-1 pitch. That's lifted in the air to left field. Jackson Powers has it on a line. There's 2 outs.
Yeah, really good stuff. We talked with Joe Galvin a little bit earlier in the 4th inning about an approach, and that's when it's going to come in here for Worcester. How do you find a way to chip away here down 4 runs? Now, Norwich has been on the giving end of the comebacks, especially last night in Nashua, but it's about this bullpen. This bullpen's been really good all year, and this will be a good test for them. Kevin Penny looks like he's going to be next in the line after McGettigan, so we'll see.
No doubt. Kevin Penny, a funky left-hander on the rubber. That arm slot 3/4 and really presents a challenge. Another Ramapo guy. Alan Kanskis was excellent in his start. That's a strike at the knees. Good spot for McGettigan. Imagine for Norwich it would be an inning of work from Kevin Penny and then Alex D'Ambrosio, a guy Norwich would like to get in this ball game today. Got him going yesterday. Needed just 1 pitch to get that final out of the 5th inning, the offering home. Check that. The 6th inning yesterday after Diaz ran into trouble. This is a loaded bullpen. 22 arms on the pitching staff. But right now, no Eric Mathewson, who's away from the team. So really 21 arms available right now. The pitch. There's that breaking ball. It's in there. Struck him out. So Sean McGettigan delivers a scoreless 6th inning. 2 innings out of the Norwich pen for the Monmouth product. Head to the bottom of the 6th. 6-2 Norwich.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Back here in Dodd Stadium, Norwich carries a 6-2 lead in the 6th inning. 5 of which were those unearned runs. Sepulveda, the third baseman, overthrew a ball at first base that wasn't able to be corralled by Benoit. That led to a huge inning for Norwich. Otherwise, the score would be 2-1 at this point, as Worcester struck first in the 4th inning this afternoon. Just trying to find a way to hold to Stephen Rickard, the junior out of Eastern Connecticut, originally from Vermont. Done a good job so far in that scoreless 5th inning frame. Has to continue to do so. This Worcester offense, as discussed throughout the game today, has been one of the best here in the Futures League this year. Top 5 in the majority of categories and leading in a lot of major ones as well.
No doubt. Big night here at Dodd Stadium. Before the game, great ceremony presentation down on the field. That big check delivered to the Freemasons, and what they were able to do here today. Get that up there on your screen. John Dufour, as always, he's got your photo of the game. Here it is from tonight, Logan. You were down on the field for this moment. Very special ceremony, and that is what this big night is all about.
Yeah, a really cool moment. And I was talking to Lee Walter early on, the GM here, before that kind of presentation, if you will, and he's like, you have to find a way for the people that give a lot to you to give back to them as well. And just what a cool way to do it here. And what a cool night, especially on the final Friday night of the regular season. It's also the final weekend game of the regular season as well. So credit to Lee Walter and the organization for that move.
Credit to Mike Neville. He's bringing me dinner right now.
I know. Good on you.
He's a great friend. Good work.
Did you get an ice cream sandwich the other day as well?
I did.
Wow, did you eat it?
I did.
Oh, good.
It was awesome. Best food in the Futures League right here at Dodd Stadium. That ice cream sandwich was a big part of that huge win for us.
It sure was. Did it freeze? It was in the fridge.
It was in the fridge.
Did it freeze?
Did it freeze?
Enough?
No, it melted.
Well, that would be what you would think, but how did it stay together?
It wasn't.
Okay.
It was a mess.
And there's your answer. I will say Rickard's come in here and done a good job of holding a lead here.
Yep. He entered in a mess.
Yeah, giant mess, especially with, it's a rare night, and Sepulveda, Jalen Sepulveda over there just hasn't had it. He made that error back in the 5th inning as well. Didn't hurt them, but just doesn't look comfortable over there.
No, not at all. And that's pondering in his mind. See what happens. Kenny Noe cuts in foul, tips one. It's the top of the order for Norwich here in this home half of the 6th inning. Noe had a base hit to right field, bullet base hit. Fighting here with 2 strikes. The pitch home. That skipped in the dirt. It looked like it caught Noe, and then it took a big bounce into the stands here at Dodd Stadium. I don't know how it missed him.
I don't know how it missed him, nor how it bounced over the netting here. Kenny, this needs to be a good swing. Obviously, he had that single back up the middle, but it feels like a lot of swings have been uncomfortable for him today.
Hoping to deliver here in a 2-strike count. Rickard looking in, his 1-2 pitch. Big curveball way out in front of it was Noe, fooled him. Underhand flips does Rickard. Really good sequence.
Yeah, really good sequencing right here. We're going to see it again. This is the big curveball here from Rickard. He's best at it when it starts at the eye level and then kind of drops about 45 feet on the way there. That's what happened here with Kenny Noe, and just an easy 1-3 put out.
Fans, Griswold Pride. Pride stands for the partnership to reduce the influence of drugs for everyone. Check out their Facebook page for information. That's Griswold Pride. Well, I see my chicken tenders and fries. I was really hoping for that buffalo sauce.
You can't have everything in life, Plager.
No, you can't.
As much as I want it for you, you cannot have everything.
Hey, these chicken tenders are so good. They need no seasoning.
Yeah? You bite into one?
Well, I don't want the fans to hear me crunch in. I don't know if they want to hear the...
They don't. I'll tell you right now, they don't.
I don't think they want to hear the ASMR.
I really would refrain. That would be my advice for you.
Oh, I absolutely will. You know the radio shows where they play What's That Sound?
Adam Plager chewing on chicken tenders. That is a sound you don't want.
Here's the 1-1. Foul tip down the third base side, strike 2. Well, that would be really good. We could send that over to WCTY and they could play What's That Sound. I don't know anyone that could guess it, and they could really run it up.
Do you think you're going to be famous off of it, or I'm lost here why you want it to be sent into television and broadcasted everywhere if you didn't want popularity?
They wouldn't say my name. They would just say sound of chicken tenders.
Right. I'm not on that side of the internet. I apologize.
Here's the pitch. Down and away, 2-2. Not a big radio guy. You don't listen to a lot of radio. Just
working
streaming.
radio, man. Oh, working it, of course. You got to listen to working it, and I think I don't want to, turn on my radio at, X time at 7 a.m. and hear that,
Hear the crunch?
No, not at all. No offense.
They do a good job at Dodd Stadium.
They sure do. Glass breaking, a little sound effect.
Yeah, there's a big swing and a miss. Not a sound effect Norwich was hoping to see there. That slider has been vicious tonight for Rickert, and he's got a couple outs in this 6th inning.
Yeah, this is a really interesting swing by TJ here. This is a diving changeup that just kind of falls off the face of the earth here. TJ never saw it. There's been a lot of strikeouts. Salenkanska's had a bunch of them. Rickert has picked up one here. Just on strikeout cancer night. A lot of strikeouts. Good sign.
Very fitting tonight. Here's Fiatarone. Big cut there, strike one.
So here's where Mike's not at his best. It's this swing when he kind of explodes. And this is the changeup that comes here first. Let's take a look at it really fast. Boom. Look at where his head flies in. It's pointed over to Joe DeLanzo at first base. He's got to keep his nose on the baseball.
On 0-1. That's taken inside, even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Fiatarone with another nice swing. His last turn to the plate. Produced a couple of runs on an RBI knock. And he's got hits now in 11 straight. He takes on the outer black. Good shadow strike. And Rickert has been in control of the top of the Norwich order in the 6th inning, hoping to keep it a manageable 4-run ball game before we head to the 7th inning. On 1-2 to Fiatarone. Bounced foul. So there's been the conversation for some of the MVP runners, Connor Smith in Nashua, Hunter St. Denis, who has since seen his time come to a close in Worcester at a 20-game hitting streak. I know he's no longer with Worcester. Did he play enough to be in that race now that his summer is over?
Well, Fiatarone goes down swinging. I don't even know if he's eligible. We'll talk about that on the other side of the break.
Swing and a miss there, strike 3. So Rickert takes care of the top of the Norwich lineup. Go to the 7th, 6-2 for the home side.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We move to the 7th inning tonight in Norwich. Good news here at Dodd Stadium, 6-2 for the Sea Unicorns, but they're not the only team in action. We take a tour around the Futures League on this Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely. Westfield helping out Norwich here. They're beating Nashua 2-1 at Bowens Field in Westfield, Massachusetts. New Britain, who we'll see tomorrow, is at LeLacheur Park. They lead 1-0 in the top of the 7th inning. So another team that's helping out Norwich, exactly what you want this time of year. As the defense for Worcester has 3 errors, they've helped out significantly to get Norwich out to this 6-2 lead.
I know we had Christmas in July, but boy, there's been lots of gifts.
Sure has.
And Santa has been in the mood of giving here for Norwich, and it's a matter of getting the opportunity, but what do you do when you are presented the opportunity, and Norwich has made the most of it?
They have, man, and that statement isn't to discredit this team. I mean, they put up 5 unearned runs on this Worcester team, and credit to them. And back to the MVP conversation, I think this is really a 2-man race. I think Hunter St. Denis, of course, is one of the best ball players in the league, but I don't think he played enough. You know, I just think you have to. He played, 29 games? That's not even half a season here in the Futures League.
No, it's not. He was elite in his time in Worcester, no doubt, but the impact of Mike Fiataroni that we have watched firsthand, and he's been with the team wire to wire. And I know there was that week he missed out on, but it showed in the play of the team. And I think that goes to show the MVP season he's had. What is the difference when he's not with the group and when he's taken out of the lineup? When he was out of the fold, it was a very different Norwich group. And a lot of it is what he's doing when he's not playing. The energy he brings, his spark. McGettigan in a good spot on Braden Cowley batting the pitch home. That dives away, 2-2.
What it was with Fiat, there was a lot of losing when he was not here and he was taking time away from the team, and now this team's in a better spot than they've probably been in all year, winning 6 out of the last 10 ball games with him back.
He's been a huge part of the success here. Strikeout on K-Cancer night, and Norwich continues to rack them up. Sean McGettigan takes care of Braden Cowley. That's the top of the order, Chris Mondesir.
Yeah, just another way of doing it. Instead of starting with the fastball, McGettigan does a good job of running that two-seamer to end the at-bat for Cowley. It's now 2 strikeouts and back-to-back hitters, one to end the 6th inning and one to start the 7th.
Norwich has another pitch on one pitch there. That's going to skip away from the first baseman Howlett, and the Sea Unicorns give Worcester a gift in the 7th inning.
It's now the 5th error between the two teams in the ball game. Fiataroni just never had a grip on it. You can see with the ball in his hand, this ball is hit hard, but not a necessarily difficult play. Just absolutely skies it. Howlett didn't even give it a look.
So a man in scoring position. There it is. Santa Claus just came with barbecue sauce.
Wow. Man, your gifts are being answered tonight, aren't they?
They are. I love Santa, a.k.a. Mike Neville, the man. Here's Jake Yang batting. There's that heater. So Norwich got their gift earlier on an error. Boy, it's not been fun at the hot corner today. A lot of trouble. Both sides. Sepulveda now. Fiataroni has committed an error of his own doing. And it's Mondesir who has a lot of speed. This is the danger zone of the lineup. Yang takes that heater. And now this is for a pitcher. How do you pick up your defense? They faltered behind you. And the best arms in the ballgame are able to pick up that defense. It makes such a difference. 2-strike count on Jake Yang. McGettigan takes a look back at Mondesir. He's tiptoeing, starting to go. He won't go. Right back up the middle. That's a base hit. Mondesir will get the wave. He's got tremendous speed, and that will produce the 3rd run of the ball game. So the error comes back to hurt Norwich on the RBI knock. Jake Yang at 6-3.
Yeah, it's a good piece of hitting. This is a good pitch by Sean McGettigan. Just better hitting by Jake Yang. Just right back up the middle. Mondesir's got decent speed. However, the ball just kind of dies in front of Pengel, and that's an easy run to cut the lead in half.
So that will be an unearned run against the Norwich pitcher, Sean McGettigan. 1 out, man on Jake Yang. So Worcester takes advantage of a Norwich miscue. And you said it, it's been a messy game defensively. 5 errors. Fastball misses outside 1-0. Norwich is back in action tomorrow against a team you can't make mistakes against in the New Britain Bees, who are red hot coming out of the All-Star break, and they refuse to lose right now. And they might have one of the best guys in the Futures League at the moment, Michael Olander, who's been named the Futures League Player of the Night 3 of the last 6 nights.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable. And that New Britain team, I will say, what a fight that was on the 25th, just this past weekend on Saturday. It was unbelievable. That went, what, did it go 10 innings?
It went 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Ooh.
The pitch home. There's that good fastball, even the count 1-1. So after surrendering a run, Norwich does have a double play ball available to them with Jake Yang on at first. He does run well. So does this guy right here, Braden Lewis, the left fielder here today. And he takes 2-1. Check that. Lewis out there and as the designated hitter, a guy that can also play in the outfield. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count On the right-handed hitting Lewis, right on right. McGettigan set. His pitch home. There's that two-seamer missed inside.
Lewis so far today is grounded over to C.J. Nolan at second. Has taken a walk and flown out to Pengel in center. So trying to work up the middle is his approach. He's done a really good job. There's a reason he's in that 3 spot this year.
Lewis, soon to be sophomore at Northeastern, wires one up the middle, and the hits continue to come for Worcester in the 7th inning. This has all come after that error committed at third base, and the Bravehearts are going to bring up the tying man to the plate, and we'll see if Norwich will stick with McGettigan or not. This is a big bat coming to the plate. It's Jalem Sepulveda. Out comes Zach Gitcher. He's yet to signal to the bullpen. The entire Norwich infield will huddle. We'll see if he'll stick with his right-hander, McGettigan, and it looks for the time being he's going to at least give him a chance to stay in this ball game and try and fire him up right now. He's in a dangerous spot. Sepulveda has plenty of home run power, and the door is cracked open for Worcester, which as the lids start to tighten the air out of Dodd Stadium, the tying man has come to the plate, and this is a guy who has not had a great night defensively, and you know he is seeking revenge right now.
Yeah, and for Sepulveda, you just have to keep it simple. You got to put your hands right to the baseball, sit back on it. McGettigan's leaving a lot of stuff up here, and that's where the problem lies. Looks like manager Zach Gitcher is going to leave McGettigan in the ball game.
I don't know. I mean, I like it. Stick with your guy. Trust him, but he's waning. He's at the end of the gas tank right now. He's already pitched 2 innings tonight. And this is going to be a moment to remember. This spot in the ball game, and Zach Gitcher elects to ride with this man right here, Sean McGettigan. Then there is traffic on behind him. Aboard at first is Braden Lewis. And in scoring position at second, Jake Yang. 3 consecutive hits for Worcester. And they have 6 on the night. 3 runs on 6 hits, 3 errors. Norwich, 6 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. 1-0 on Sepulveda. The second-year Braveheart. Slight hitters count. Kusick set up inside. The 1-0. Big cut and a miss, strike 1.
Yeah, good diving changeup there by McGettigan, and that's where he's got to work. Sepulveda does a good job of pulling it, but you have to create similar tunnels. We've talked about that a lot this year. How can you find a way to mix speeds but not vision?
So McGettigan against a experienced guy in Sepulveda. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Off the plate, 2-1. And this is a Worcester group that does not chase many pitches. They lead the league in walks for good reason, and they have taken their free pass here today. It's in the hands of Sean McGettigan in a 2-ball, 1-strike count. 2 on, 1 out. It's Sepulveda batting. McGettigan kicks and deals. That's right back to the screen he was on it.
Yeah, it really is. This has got to be a good pitch. You got to go with the slider here, try to induce some weak contact. Sepulveda's a hard strikeout. He's gone grounded out to Kenny. He's lined a single, and he's also peppered one to C.J. Nolan. So he's working up the middle of the field, and you can tell just by that swing that's his approach.
Norwich and good coverage up the middle with Nolan holding on. The base runner on at second. That's Yang. On 2-2 to the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Down by way of the K. And the move pays off for Norwich. McGettigan punches out Sepulveda.
Yeah, he chooses to go with that slider. Sepulveda saw a lot of fastballs and changeups. Try to change eye level here. Diving slider. Good call behind the plate by J.P. Cusick. And it looks like a pinch hitter is going to enter the ball game. That's Taylor Rossiborough, the right-handed first year at Quinnipiac, originally from Uxbridge, Massachusetts. A big power bat for Galvin's group.
So Rossborough in the spot of Benoit, who was a strikeout victim in all 3 of his plate appearances, and he knows this is a chance Worcester has to convert on. At least a couple of these runs available to them. 0-1. McGettigan ahead of Rossborough. The pitch fouled right back. Rossborough has been good against Norwich, has had some big swings, including an RBI double last time these two sides met. McGettigan in the driver's seat. He's hoping to make it 3 innings of one-run baseball out of the Norwich bullpen. He's set on 0-2 to the plate. That missed on a diving changeup.
Totally fine. You just don't give him anything to hit in that situation to get against the guy that hits the fastball well. Sometimes the changeup, but the slider Rossborough really does struggle with.
We'll see what McGettigan has to offer in a 1-2 count. With 2 outs and 2 on, Kusek moves inside on Rossborough. His pitch home. That's on a line into the glove of Mike Fiataroni. Committed the error, and then he gets Norwich out of the mess on a rocket laser to the bag at third. The Sea Unicorns get out of it. Crisis averted. It's stretch time in Norwich.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Well, Mike Fiataroni continues a great summer in the Rose City, and he's helped saves a couple of runs. Logan Rundy's been great tonight as well all summer long. He's standing by with some of our good friends in the house here tonight, enjoying Friday night at Dodd Stadium. Logan, over to you.
Thanks, Adam. Midfield line, Cora and Brielle. They're actually cut. Like we talked. Remember, they said I'm going to do it. So he. Cora and I were talking. I'll tell you that right now. Cora's a big fan. She was like, all the offense was incredible. What was your favorite part? Offensive attack. So we got some more fire. Adam, back to you.
Our apologies, microphone cutting in and out. But we go to the bottom of the 7th inning here tonight in Norwich. Jackson Powers will start it out, middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6. It's a 6-3 Norwich lead on this Friday night. Well, there's been some big moments throughout this journey today. The Sea Unicorns get a big play go their way. And Sean McGettigan, 3 innings out of the bullpen today. Well, I remember that. Sea Unicorns taxed the pen yesterday. And McGettigan soaks up 3 innings. You know there is going to be a new arm when we get to the 8th inning, and Norwich hoping to add a little more insurance to the policy. Begin the frame with Jackson Powers. He's 0 for 3 today. There's a new arm in the ball game for Worcester. That ball missing from the new right-hander Colton Cravens, who enters soon to be sophomore at Northwestern out of Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Gonna look at his numbers in a moment. 2-0 count on the right-hander Colton Cravens. That's in the zone, and Cravens has his first strike here in the 7th inning. Big spot. Worcester challenge. Sea Unicorns get through it.
JP, just too big of a swing there. You got to know the situation.
That's up top, 3-1. So Cravens fighting some early command trouble, and a hitter spot right on left with Cravens on the hill in the 7th inning. And that missed upstairs as well. 5-pitch walk, and Jackson Powers will reach to begin the Norwich 7th inning. Cravens 6-5, 210 on the hill. And he makes his 9th appearance. It's all out of the Worcester bullpen. His ERA sky high, 8.59. So's his whip, over 2.5, over 7 1/3 innings worked. The 8 strikeouts to the 9 walks, and he has been victimized by it now. 10 free passes.
Yeah, this bullpen honestly just needs to throw strikes. Let the defense work. Obviously, 3 errors on the night is a rarity for them.
It's 1-0 on J.P. Kusick. The pitch, there's that breaking ball, and it did catch the zone. 1-1. So Kusick, so far today, is 0 for 3. Hoping to extend that hitting streak. It's over his head, tails away from the backstop. Carpenter, and into scoring position goes Jackson Powers.
Yeah, Cravens just never had command of this pitch at all. The mechanics are all messed up. He's too straight. He doesn't throw the arm down enough. I don't know, whip on the ball, if you will. And then conversation for Carpenter, and rightfully so.
Well, just trying to settle him back in. He's been wild here to begin this inning. He's already issued a walk. That was nowhere near the zone. It was over the head of Kusick. That's not the intention. Breaking ball. It really seems that Cravens has not had a firm grip here to begin this inning. 2-1 count. J.P. Kusick hoping to build on a 6-3 Norwich lead. We're in the home half of the 7th inning. Final day of the summer in the month of July. Fans, let the Burns Agency simplify your insurance needs. Go to theburnsagency.com to find out more. The Burns Agency, now part of Hub International. 3-1 count on Kusick. The pitch, that's in the air, foul down the right side. So the deep count here for the right-hander Cravens. How about that play in the crowd?
Yeah, what an incredible juggling catch. Defense has been on full display in the seats tonight. A couple of catches out there.
Nick, no Sunday Funday. We have no more left.
Cusick trying to reach. That'll be the second of a consecutive man to reach in the inning.
Full count, pitch home. That is in on the hands. Soft little fizzler. Kusick goes racing up the line at first. He is out. So good recovery there at second by Yang to go and pick up a little dribbler off the bat at Kusick. It does get the job done. Powers is another 90 feet ahead, and the 7th run of the night for Norwich, 90 feet away.
Yeah, good base running there by JP. Could have very easily not have gone, but it reads it well off the bat, and Worcester's going to come in.
Wise decision trying to keep this ball game within 3 runs. And C.J. Nolan, who has gone mashing as of late, has reached on a walk today. And has struck out and flied out. The pitch home. There's the breaking ball inside 1-0.
Got to have that fastball command. CJ's hit them well, however, doesn't do as well with the two-seam work. As Cravens does a good job of running that inside to right-handers.
1-0 count on the Sacred Heart product. Backed up 2-0. Well, there is a double play available if they do put Nolan on. That would, I would imagine, put the middle infield back to double play depth. And next up for Norwich after Nolan would be Ayers. That would be a left-handed hitter. Right-hander Cravens is offering on the outside corner. And boy, those pitches don't look more than 65 miles an hour.
No, they don't. I mean, advantage to Norwich here. They're seeing the ball extremely well.
So the 2-1 pitch home. There's another curveball, and that is in the zone. 2-2, just rocking Norwich to sleep here with these deliveries. That really makes that fastball look a lot quicker. So this infield still in. CJ yet to take the bat off his shoulder. In a 2-strike count, he's swinging away. It's off the glove of the shortstop, Centraccio into left field, and C.J. Nolan delivers a 2-strike RBI knock through the drawn-in infield. It's 7-3.
Yeah, you mentioned it. With the infield back, that probably doesn't get through. Centraccio does a good job to get some leather on it, but can't squeeze it. Good piece of hitting, gets the foot down, and now a 7-3 lead as Ayers trying to extend it.
Boy, he saw that deep into the strike zone, trusted his hands, and he was short to the baseball, and C.J. Nolan give him hits in 5 straight games. He is sizzling right now, and this Norwich lead back to 4. It's Ayers. There goes Nolan. Throw from Carpenter's a good one. That tag, it's not in time. It is the 14th steal of the summer, and C.J. Nolan continues his elite foot speed on the base pass.
He sure does. Even better jump here. He takes off before the ball is released. Centraccio is playing to pull for some reason, and he can't get over in time. It's actually a good throw behind the plate from Carpenter.
Over 4,500 strong tonight. Enjoying Sea Unicorns baseball. Nolan's going again. This throw from Carpenter is high. Back-to-back steals. Numbers 14 and 15 check him off. And C.J. Nolan, boy, is he dangerous when he gets on. He wins not just 90 feet, but 180 feet.
Sure does. Another good jump here. You see him hop, skip, and a jump. He dives in. The throw, even if it was on time, would not have gotten Nolan.
2 strikes on Henry Ayers. Infield back in. That's outside 1-2. So all of a sudden, boy, the lid tightening here on Worcester. And boy, they need outs here, and they are going to fire home if anything is put in play, and CJ tries to score on it. Bouncing ball, foul. Boy, they cannot afford to give up much more.
No, they really can, and this Worcester offense is good, but again, this is where it comes in. No St. Denis. You don't have that, huge bat in the lineup anymore, so finding ways to minimize leads as much as possible is the road to success.
Norwich has been really strong in this matchup. The 1-2 to Ayers. He cuts and misses out in front of the changeup. Big punch out for Cravens. 2 outs, and this will return the Worcester infield.
Yeah, good pitch. Cravens needed it. Just goes with the fastball up and away and just finds a way to get Ayers to swing through it.
Here's Jake Howlett with 2 outs. Howlett today has a hit. He's also reached on back-to-back errors over at third base, which is no longer Jalem Sepulveda. There is a new third baseman in this ball game for Worcester. And we will try to get a look at that number. I don't think it's Rosborough. So I believe that is Jacob Malfant over there. See if we get a look at a number over there. If we get a look over at third base.
Can I get a shot of...
So it's even 1-1 on Jake Howlett. The pitch. Caught and a miss, strike 2.
Nick, I need to see his jersey number. 46.
The third baseman, not the pitcher.
I mean the third baseman.
1-2 count on Jake Howlett. From the stretch is Cravens trying to get out of this 7th inning. The pitch home inside, and it got him. So Norwich continues their league-leading pace of being plunked by the pitch, and they are at the corners.
Let's take a look at it. I mean, Howlett's in a tough situation. 1-2 here, just trying to run a fastball inside and takes the free pass the hard way.
So this will keep the inning alive for David Pengel. Well, that's a runner at third. You have to drive in. Bengal had an RBI knock to right field his last turn to the plate. These are those add-on runs you need. Timely offense is a beautiful thing, and when you are able to do that, it really goes a long way in the outcomes of these games.
Yeah, it sure does. So now a pickle here as it's first and third. Howell it leads from first base.
That new third baseman is James Anastopoulos. He's now in the game for Jalem Sepulveda. Pitch home. That's the fastball, and it's taken ball one.
It's got to be an approach here. Pengel has to find a way to drive in this run. 5 runs would kind of put it out of reach.
The pitch. This is in the air. Popped him up in shallow center field. It is going to be dropped in there. No communication. 1 run will come home to score. Nolan on the bloop out to shallow center field. It'll be scored a hit. No man's land between Mondesir, Centraccio, and Yang. Nobody called for the baseball, and the blunders continue defensively.
Yeah, Pengel just puts this thing sky high. There's no communication. You see it. Nobody's calling for it. And Centraccio eventually was the one that went for it. Never had an angle as the ball was spinning. It's another run for Norwich on what is ruled a hit, but it's really another mistake for Worcester.
Yeah, that should be an error, no doubt. And the generous scoring of that play. Joe Galvin will come out. We'll see if he brings the hook with him. It's that slow walk he does. End of the line tonight for the right-hander Colton Cravens. And the defense again faltering behind Worcester pitching. And Norwich has taken full advantage. Lead it by an 8-3 score, their largest lead of the night. Meet the new arm when we come back.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Norwich has taken advantage. Lots of gifts here tonight. It's an 8-3 Norwich lead. A pitching change being made for Worcester. New arm in the ball game is the right-hander Liam Childs out of Bowdoin College in Arlington, Massachusetts. Soon to be sophomore Division III product out of the NESCAC. Logan, what do we know about the new right arm who enters here in this 7th inning?
Yeah, not used a lot out of that bullpen. No wins, no losses. This is appearance number 8, all of which out of the pen. 9 innings with a 3 ERA, 7 strikeouts. The whip is sky high at 2.11. Again, with low usage here, hasn't been overly productive. Last time was at July 23rd against the Westfield Starfires, where he gave up 3 hits.
So he will enter in a situation that is rather sticky. 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. Kenny Noe hoping to keep the good times rolling in this 7th inning. He takes fastball up top, 1-0. Noe tonight, a couple of hits and the ground out. And one swing here could have moved Norwich into double digits offensively. And they are hoping to continue a successful summer against the Hearts of the Commonwealth. The 1-0 pitch, big cut, strike one.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those tonight. That's probably number 5 where Noe's really taking a big cut at one. And this is the point of the season where the mental side of it is going to take over. You have to find a way to stay within those mechanics.
Starfire's doing some favors right now. It's 6-1 over Nashua at Bullens Field. They are in the bottom of the 7th inning in New Britain, continuing to lead their game 2-1 at LeLacheur Park in the bottom of the 8th. On 1-1 to Noe, outside 2-1.
Got to throw strikes here out of the bullpen. Have to find ways to get this offense, which is one of the best in the league. Childs has just been out of control here to start and firing on 2 of his first 3 pitches.
2 ball, 1 strike count. The pitch up top 3-1, and he's quickly in danger of losing Noe and loading the bases.
Got to be smart here if you're Kenny Noe. This is almost an auto take. Even the one you swung out was out of the zone.
It's 3-1 on Noe. Favorable matchup, batting from that left side. He's very comfortable in the pitch. Downstairs they walked up. So Liam Childs, after entering, walks Noe on 5 pitches. And TJ Bayer will dig in with a full house. Remember that last ball game against Worcester on Military Appreciation Night? The Sea Unicorns offense put a number on Worcester, 14 runs in that big win. And boy, one big swing from Bayer could put this game further out of reach and really put the icing on the cake. Yes, 6 outs still to get, but boy, a big mash from Bayer could really put Worcester out of this ball game.
Really could, and it feels like Worcester is out of it, but you know with that offense, they can always come back in this thing. So add on, add on, add on. There is no mercy rule if it gets to that point here because it is a fireworks night here. However, still half the distance to go on that as the huddle breaks as Carpenter starts things. Good leadership from him throughout the night with all the pitchers. He spent a lot of time back there, long innings throughout the night. The 4th, the 7th, even that 2nd inning when there was only 1 run tended to be pretty long as well. So well done by the backstop for Worcester.
Spoke about all the Ks racking up on K Cancer night. 18 between the 2 clubs. 11 for Worcester, 7 for Norwich. Norwich taking a free pass here, loading the bases. Bayer takes the breaking ball for ball 1. Norwich tonight, when batting with 2 outs, is 6 for 14, nearly a .430 clip. And it has been a big part of this lead tonight. Bayer bouncing ball to second, handled by Yang, and that will get Childs and Worcester out of it. So Norwich leaves them loaded. It's 8-3. Norwich add a couple more runs. Go to the 8th inning tonight. Sea Unicorns baseball streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the 8th inning tonight. New arm in the ball game for Norwich is the southpaw out of Ramapo College, Kevin Penny. He enters in the spot of Sean McGettigan, and he was really good tonight for Norwich. Final numbers tonight for the Monmouth Risers. Sean McGettigan, 3 innings of 4-hit baseball, did not allow any earned runs, struck out 4, he walked a man. Look at the numbers this summer for Kevin Penny. Makes his 4th appearance this summer for Norwich. It's all out of the Sea Unicorns bullpen.
Yeah, Adam, first off, good to be back here with you. I took a little stroll throughout the concourse, but I'm back here in the saddle. 8 innings pitched for Mr. Kevin Penny, 2.25 ERA, just 3 strikeouts, so he induces the ground ball out and the fly out regularly. His last appearance took place against the Lowell Spinners. That was the loss July 28th. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. So he got roughed up a little bit, although the appearance prior to that, the last 2 actually, very, very good. July 24th, 3 innings of 3-hit ball, and the 14th of July, 3 innings of 1-hit ball, both those games versus Nashua. This is his first appearance against the Bravehearts.
So we get ready to hit the start button here in this 8th inning tonight. It's Kevin Penny off for strike 1. Alan Carpenter leads it off for Worcester. It's the largest lead of the night. It stands at 5.
Yeah, Carpenter with a pair of walks and a single in his 4th at bat. He is looking to add to the hit total, but for the Sea Unicorns and Kevin Penny, looking to induce the strikeout, and he is now 1 strike away from doing so. Carpenter down to an 0-2 count quick.
So Norwich trying to continue to just put up zeros here and quick outs. No balls, 2 strikes on Alan Carpenter. Set up outside is Kusick. The pitch home. That ran inside. It got him. So Penny frustrated with that pitch that he lost the feel of. Not his intention in a 2-strike count. And the leadoff man is on to begin the Worcester 8th inning.
So this is now the 3rd time that Carpenter has reached base tonight via the walk. Of course, this is technically a walk. Hit by pitch. He's still on base.
Didn't make him have to earn it.
No, not at all. I mean, he was down 0-2. Penny was dealing, and you saw the frustration on his face.
Here's Kate Centraccio batting. He takes on the inside corner, says Tyler Bullock. It has been a ever so revolving strike zone that continues to change, and Norwich gets this call. Strike 1. On the right-handed hitting short step, Centraccio. Carpenter on the pitch. Wave and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, he's opening up the zone, that's for sure, but Centraccio doing favors for Penny by chasing that pitch that was out of the zone.
So Penny trying to put away this man with 2 strikes against him. Has issued just 1 pitch out of the zone, but it hit Carpenter. There's ball 1. So trying to expand that upper edge of the zone on Centraccio. He's not taking the bait. It's the 7th spot in the lineup. On deck is a pinch hitter for Worcester. In on the hands, scooped at first by Howlett. He'll whip it over to second, and there is 1 out. Good work by Noe covering the bag. Score at 3-6 on that fielder's choice ground out. Carpenter is erased. Aboard at first, Centraccio. And this will bring up.
It's going to be number 10. It's going to be Ryan Keating. He's an outfielder out of Nichols College, native of Wilbraham, Massachusetts.
So another change being made in this ball game.
And why not? I mean, when you're down this much, you want to see what you can do, what these players can do, especially heading into the playoffs. Maybe give your regulars some rest.
The pitch home to Keating. Good offering. Ruled for ball 1. A little up top from Penny. So a left-on-left matchup, which did not work in the favor of Penny, hitting Carpenter, who was later forced out at second. There's ball 2.
So interesting stats about Keating. He started the early parts of the season with the Bravehearts. He left for the majority of the season, and he made his return July 28th, just a few nights ago. In 5 at-bats, he had 1 hit. Prior to that, his last action for the Bravehearts was June 9th, and that was against the Vermont Lake Monsters. He had a hit and 3 at-bats in that game.
Keating, a veteran of the Futures League, his 3rd summer in it, 2nd in Worcester, spent 2024 in Westfield, part of that championship run with the Starfires, draws a walk. And Penny battling command trouble here in the 8th inning. 2 men are on. It'll bring up Braden Callie.
Braden Cali hasn't done too much today. A fly out to the right fielder, and he also went down by way of the K. So for the 9-hole hitter, he'd like to driving a few runs. He's got Keaton out there at first base, and of course he has Centracio now at second, excuse me.
Here's the pitch to Cali. He shoots it foul. Strike one. Fans head to the finish line tonight at Highway Campers. Home is where you park it. That's the motto for Highway Campers on Route 12 in Plainfield. Family owned since 1967. Camping season is here. Check out their inventory of new and used campers and park models at highwaycampers.com. Remember, home is where you park it.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Adam.
You always know where home is.
Oh, I try my best.
Right at Dodd.
Oh, yeah.
Norwich trying to park home a big win on a Friday night. Lead it 8-3. My apologies for taking your
No, it's
final
okay.
line.
It's okay. You're still doing good.
Trying. We have 4 more home games, so I'll make sure I'm ready for those. 0-2 count on Cali. He takes inside ball one. Good spot from Penny. So some command has faltered him. Hit batsman and a walk. And that's the result of the traffic behind him. Aboard at first is Keating. He was a pinch hitter in the spot of Jack Murray. And aboard at second is Centracio. He's got a massive lead. Another foul off for strike two. So Penny offers a different look out of the Norwich bullpen. And the first left-hander being used today. It's a quiet pen for Zach Gitcher. Sean McGettigan got him 9 outs to help build the bridge to the 9th inning tonight after 4 strong from Michael Zalenkanskis. 1-2 on Cali. The pitch home. Up top 2-2.
And Zalenkanskis, I mean, how about it? 7 strikeouts tonight. I mean, only his second start here at Dodd now puts his strikeout total to 12.
I saw you had to count those.
You know what? We don't have to tell anybody that. I'm bad at math for a reason. You know this.
You got it right, though.
Oh,
One for one. The pitch. This is in the air. Out to left field. On the run. Jackson Powers in the alley. 2 outs.
And that one was a loud fly out. Jackson Powers had to go about 50 feet to his left on that one, although he's able to corral the play. And as you say, Adam, 2 outs, 4 outs to go for the Bravehearts as the Sea Unicorns try to lock up their second win in a row.
Here is the leadoff man, Chris Mondesir. Reached on an air his last time. I guess there's going to be a fight over the DB Lunt Field electric play of the game. There's been some big moments tonight.
I still think we got to give it to Bayer. I mean,
wow.
when it comes to defensive plays, I mean, that was.
Did you see the line drive to Fiataroni?
I did not see that one. That was
with the bases loaded and he extended out to snag it.
Oh yeah, that's it then. 100%. That's like MLB The Show type stuff right there.
Well, I can't wait for us to rewatch. Great play there. Kusick threw a runner out going to third.
There's been a lot of phenomenal plays here for the Sea Unicorns tonight.
Defense has really excelled at the knees for strike 2.
Fiataroni, he also made a dive and nab at first base earlier this season. That was against the Starfires really early on in the year. And
doesn't matter where you play him. Either hot corner, he's going to be exceptional.
And we're going to see him play a lot more first and third as the season goes on.
0-2 on Mondesir. From the left side, it is taken. Wow, for ball
Kusick
one.
wanted that one. That one was definitely a little bit outside. We'll try to get a replay of that for you just to see how close this one was. And here we go. And, it was a little outside, just barely. That off-speed pitch dancing around the diamond, or the plate, I should say.
Ball and 2 strikes on Mondesir. Penny hoping for the final strike in the 8th. Here's the pitch. In the air it is, looped over the head of the shortstop, Noe. Wave at third. Here comes Centracio. He will score on a flare to left field. It comes off the bat of Chris Mondesir. It's a 4-run game.
So Mondesir with his second single of the game. This time it will net a run for his first RBI of the game and against the Sea Unicorns all season long. So he now is 2 for 5 on the night.
So it'll bring up Jake Yang. Aboard at third is Ryan Keating. Mondesir on at first. He runs well. And there is plenty of speed on the base pass. There is ball one. So another borderline call we discussed. Did not go Penny's way. And give credit to Mondesir. Stayed in that fight and he won the battle. Another big run standing 90 feet away. The 1-0 from Penny. That's rocketed foul.
And Yane with an RBI single in his last at-bat brings his RBI total to 21 on the year. And he has another shot to do it once again. Although I'm sure that the Sea Unicorns defense are going to be on high alert. He's been pulling those baseballs down the left field line and will now take a quick break as a baseball entered the field.
So it's an even count, 1 ball and 1 strike on Jake Yang. We're hoping to put him away and end this 8th inning threat from Worcester. It's 8-4 Norwich. 2 gone, 2 on the pitch. That's on the outer black, strike 2. Boy, if you could spot a big win here, and if things hold up in that ball game at Westfield with the Starfire's lead over Nashua, the magic number would be down to 5. The pitch, that is a bouncing ball, backhanded by Noe. He'll snap it across, reaching out Jay Khaled, and Kevin Penny minimizes damage. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 8-4 Norwich on the Futures League Network, streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Hey, great stuff down there on the field as always. Mr. Hot Dog down there.
Mrs. Hot Dog.
Mrs. Hot Dog. So at Mrs. Dodd Stadium Glizzy. The Glizzies here at Dodd, I've never had one, but what I have heard about them, best in the business.
Oh, yeah.
Credit Cam Green, Heather Bartlett, Gavin Duda. I mean, the staff.
Cam is carrying the legacy of his brother Chris, who has gone on to bigger and better things, but we miss him here at Dodd.
He's come back a couple
times.
times.
Oh, he has. He's been just like me. Like, who would have thought?
Well, not like you, because you've been by my side all journey this summer.
Seriously.
Big part of this summer.
And you know what?
Right here.
We're about to raise the battle flags as we head into the playoffs.
A ball and no strikes on Mike Fiatarone. Norwich will have 8 games to go in their season following tonight's action, and tomorrow to the Hardware City. And that is a massive game, one you have to win if you're Norwich. Not for the stakes in the postseason race, but more importantly, to prove that you can beat a top dog in New Britain who has had Norwich's number. The pitch that rolls away from Carpenter. And Norwich just 2 wins this summer against the Bees, and sure, you can make the case. Nothing from the regular season matters when you get to the postseason, but if you can prove that you can beat them and play some of your best baseball against one of the best teams, a team you know you're going to have to go through in the middle of August if you want to have a fun end of the summer, boy, it starts on August 1st.
And historically, the New Britain Bees are much better than the Norwich Sea Unicorns in the regular season. Of course, we had a true battle of Connecticut last year in the finals. The Bees would take game 1, and then Norwich would take the final 2. And, Adam, I was there in that game in New Britain when they won it all. And my, oh my, what a time that was.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fiatarone cuts and misses. Good changeup from Liam Childs, who's still pitching here for Worcester. One gone in the Norwich 8th inning. Fans, Unicorns take on those New Britain Bees, and they will send to the rubber Matt Tabbitt. And they'll take the baseball tomorrow for Zach Gitcher, a guy who will make his 10th start of the summer, 35 innings. His ERA locked in 4.11 so far with the 24 punch-outs. Big wave and a miss, strike one. So exciting to see Tabbitt, who has had some time off for Norwich. And this is a guy who has been a regular in the starting role for Norwich. And you talk about fatigue. Boy, he's going to be needed in the stretch run.
And 35 innings pitched already this season. I mean, he's been
in the air, center field. Chris Mondesir ranging over in the alley will make the grab on it, 2 outs.
And Powers almost gave that one a shot and a ride out of Dodd Stadium. But yeah, Adam, Tabbitt has been kind of the go-to guy for Norwich this year. 35 innings pitched. He has been nonstop essentially for well over a year now. These guys go back to college no matter what level it is. In the fall, they'll have some fall ball opportunities, and then they'll be pitching simulated games throughout the winter. And, of course, during the springtime is when things really get hot. That's when they start to throw. So he's been essentially nonstop for a year now, and you got to give it to him. This
won
guy
a championship last summer.
Yep.
And I give him credit. He's really had a fight here, and was the guy that made that opening day start against those New Britain Bees. Really good that outing. And he's had success against the Bees this summer. And it's about pitching to contact. Have to trust the defense to make the plays. I know a couple of errors have been committed today, and this has been a sloppy game as far as the defense is concerned. But some of the plays that have been made, despite some of the blunders defensively, well, you have to like where this group has made the improvements. Popped up, foul ground. Jalen Sepulveda ranging over into the Norwich dugout, and Logan Rundy's over there to help him out. That nestles into the dugout. So Jalen Sepulveda now over at first base as Benoit comes out. Here are all the changes for Worcester. Now over at third base, it is James Anastopoulos. Shortstop still Centraccio, Yang still at second. Sepulveda over there at first base. Ryan Keating is now in this ball game for Jack Murray out there in left field. So here's the 0-2 pitch. Kusick pops one up foul.
And Adam, as we were talking about Tabbitt, another guy that the Unicorns are going to call on to go deep in this season is Javier Diaz. This is his first year facing collegiate baseball, of course. Just yesterday versus the Silver Knights, a game that he would like to forget. Did not make it out of an inning. Allowed 3 hits and 4 earned runs. Although he's been very good for Norwich. 27 in the third innings, 26 strikeouts, and he's 4-1.
Kusick reaches out, fouls another off. It was an outing for Diaz. Sure, a forgettable one, but in a situation he hasn't been put in all summer, pitching after that rain out the day before, but really consecutive games for Norwich, and Ben Jerome was really high on putting him right back in. Loved his outing in Lowell at 4 strikeouts over 2 2/3 of an inning. And why not go back to one of your horses that you're going to need? Kusick bounces one on the ground. Yang charges in. That'll do it. Norwich down in order here in the home half of the 8th inning. We go to the 9th. Norwich trying to finish the job when we come back.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Back here in the saddle at Dodd Stadium, the Sea Unicorns looking to finish things off here and beat the Bravehearts. If they do so, they will move a game closer to that third place spot, which at the start of the season seemed so far away. But this Sea Unicorn team is gritty. We've seen that history has repeated itself. The last 3 years, besides 2023, they've really started to get hot during the final parts of the season. And Norwich looking to make a big statement with a victory over the Bravehearts tonight.
How sweet it is. To the ninth we go tonight. It's Kevin Penny's ninth inning, hoping for the final 6 outs. Not a safe situation. 8-4, Norwich holding the lead. And what a night this has been in front of a packed house here at Dodd Stadium, filling it up for the final time on a Friday night. 4,500 plus strong. Huge thank you to our good friends at Masonic Care and the Freemasons and Jeff Blayman helping organize that. Over 900 tickets sold. $4,500 with that campaign. One of the biggest this summer in the Futures League. First offering home, tails inside. It's Kevin Penny on the rubber as he meets here with Braden Lewis. 1-0 pitch. Fouled away, even the count, 1-1.
And a quick tour around the Futures League for the final time tonight. The Westfield Starfires currently are getting the best of the Silver Knights 6-2 in the top of the ninth. And the New Britain Bees got the best of the Lowell Spinners, 3-1 your final from Lowell.
So the Bees continue their winning ways. We'll see what that winning streak now is up to. I would believe it's 7 games. The pitch, bouncing ball, chopped to short. Noe on the run. His throw slings it across. 1 up, 1 down. Kenny Noe, 6-3 on the ground out.
And Adam, it is actually only up to 3 games now, but still very respectable. Norwich looking to make it 2 in a row. Worcester in danger of losing the last 2, and Westfield will soon hope to break their losing streak. They currently have lost 4 in a row. Although with Nashua, it looks like they're going to get the best of them. So all around, the Futures League gods working in the favor of the Sea Unicorns.
And so is the weather. We were having that rain expected earlier. Stayed away for the most part, and a gorgeous sighting here tonight at Dodd Stadium. 1-0 on Jalem Sepulveda. The pitch in the air to left field. Powers moving back. It will stay in the yard on a high fly ball to left field. 2 outs, and Worcester down to their final out here tonight. Kevin Penny looking to spot it. He'll be greeted by the third baseman, James Anastopoulos.
And I thought that one had a chance at being a home run for a second. That one was a loud fly ball out. But Norwich will take their outs however they can. And just like that, the Bravehearts down to their final out. Norwich looking to win their final Friday night home game.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. It would be 3 Friday night wins if Norwich can land this one in the right side of the win column and try and make it back-to-back wins and bring themselves back a game of 500. There's strike 2, and that quickly, Worcester down to their final strike tonight. It's in the hands of James Anastopoulos. He was a late addition to this ball game. Soon-to-be sophomore at Salve Regina out of Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. Crowd to their feet and a 2-strike count. Penny ready to go. His 0-2 pitch taken, and it was dropped by Cusick, ball 1.
That one was just a little bit on the inside. And you got to give it to these Sea Unicorns showing out for their home crowd. 1-2 count. The fans come to their seats. I'm ready. You're ready. Plager's ready.
The 1-2 pitch in the air, popped him up in left field. Jackson Powers surrounds it. Say goodnight to the Bravehearts, making wins on back-to-back nights. It's win number 25 of the summer, and Norwich back just one game of 500. Finished the season series 8-2 over the Worcester Bravehearts, and the Sea Unicorns just one game back of third place Worcester with 8 to go in the regular season.
The legend of Norwich says, do not let the Corns get hot. Back-to-back wins against back-to-back teams that have been a thorn in their side all summer long. Norwich is quickly climbing the ranks. The quest for 4 is on once again.
It was a big fourth inning tonight, 5 runs in total, and it changed the dynamic of this ball game, and the Sea Unicorns never looked back. Sean McGettigan is the winning pitcher tonight for Norwich. 3 strong innings, he got them 9 huge outs, and there was a moment Zach Hitcher went out to the rubber, was not sure if he would stick with them. Good move by him. Stuck with his man, and he got some big timeouts. He's getting at the win, and he is waiting downstairs with Logan Rundy to talk about a big win on a Friday night in front of a packed house. Logan, down to you.
Thanks, Adam. I am here with one of the pitchers of the game. It's Sean McGettigan. Being able to come in the middle of this bullpen, a tough situation, especially with this Worcester lineup being as good as they are. What was the approach going into it?
Just get ahead with the fastball, right? Get ahead. That's the main thing. Don't put anybody on for free bases, and just get ahead. That's the main focus. So.
Yeah, absolutely. You head to New Britain. It's another challenge for you guys tomorrow. Of course, pitching is going to be important. Yep. How do you take this game, obviously, and use it as momentum for tomorrow and, of course, the final week of the year?
Classic saying, just keep stacking days, wins on wins on wins, and hopefully keep that rolling in the playoffs, baby.
And obviously, there's a bigger cause here tonight. It's Strikeout Cancer Night, and you guys are wearing jerseys that have all different types of cancer on it. What is your message to the people that are battling with that and trying to fight through it?
So my grandma actually had pancreatic cancer, purple ribbon right here. And I just want to say, just keep fighting, baby. Keep fighting. Keep going for your family, for yourself. Just keep doing it. We all love you.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean McGettigan gets it done here, and so do the Sea Unicorns. It's fireworks nights. Let's cue them up. Adam, big win for Norwich.
Big win tonight. Let's keep them coming. Norwich wins it, their 25th win of the summer. And the Sea Unicorns now just one game back of third place Worcester. Fun one tonight. Mike and I will get to break it all down right after this.
Own rental property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership.
We're really looking forward to the possibility of working together. Absolutely. We believe this could be a great partner.
Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at cunicorns.milbstore.com. That's cunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and Stop the Bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
A fun one on a Friday night, and Norwich celebrates K-Cancer Night with an 8-4 win over the Worcester Bravehearts, a much-needed one, and the Sea Unicorns got it. And with things shaping up the way they are in Westfield, magic number down to 5 games to clinch a berth in the 2026 playoff field. Lots to get into from this one tonight. Adam Plager, Mike Neville with you. Let's break this one down, shall we? Let's start with the Michael Zalakanskis show. Yeah, you can't spell it without a K.
We're not in Kansas anymore, but that is exactly right. How about that? 7 strikeouts tonight for Zalakanskis. He basically picked off right where he left off from his last outing. He had 5 strikeouts last outing, 2 more this time, 12 total on the year, and this is only his 2nd start that he just completed. He was hitless for 4 innings straight. He ran into a little bit of trouble right there. The Bravehearts took the lead briefly, although the Sea Unicorns were able to back him up. Loved what I saw from him today. Like I said, he reminds me a lot of Teo Spadaccini from a few years ago. He was lights out with us. I'm expecting a lot more of the same from Michael Zalakanskis going forward.
He was really good tonight for Norwich, and one of those late-season pickups.
Yeah.
And they really can transform the way things go to the postseason. And those guys that you can add, but more importantly, the immediate impact he has made here in Norwich. It has gone a long way. He controls a lot of dangerous lineups. Nashville, one of the top offenses. So is Worcester. And he held them to just 1 hit today.
1 hit indeed, Adam. He ran into a little bit of trouble, couple walks here and there. Only 2 walks, I believe it was, that he allowed. The curveball was nasty, nasty, nasty. He had that breaking ball working very, very well, making the Bravehearts look pretty silly out there. He even dialed it in with his fastball, but look at this curveball. Boom. I wouldn't want to be in that batter's box against
Unfair.
him, I tell you.
But what is fair is what Norwich did tonight. In that 4th inning, sent 9 batters to the plate, and they took the gifts. They came galore tonight. 3 errors committed by the Worcester defense. Arguably could have been more, maybe some generous scoring, but either way. Big error committed at third base by Jalem Sepulveda. It came with 2 outs in the inning, and all of a sudden, the party was on in the bottom of the 4th.
And I kind of predicted it to an extent, right? I was 3 for 3. It started right. It started out. It started out with that opposite field hit from David Pengel, just a little bloop, and that's been kind of his mantra this entire season, right? He'll put him exactly where he needs to. We had T.J. Bayer do the same thing a little bit later on, up the middle, and there you see it right there. Yeah, just firing on all cylinders. This is the team that we want to see and that we've been hoping to see all year.
C.J. Nolan stealing bags all night. Short, simple swings quickly became the theme of that inning. Not a lot of big hacks. That was the key. Took advantage of an opportunity that was presented their way. That could have been the 3rd out of the inning, and Worcester still would have had the lead at the time. It was 2-1, and the hits started to come. They kept piling up. Lots of action on the base pass, and Norwich did not look back. Sean McGettigan would come into that ball game. He would earn the win. 3 innings, and he was really good tonight.
He picked up right where Zalakanskis left off on. I mean, he's been great his last few starts. He's pitched a lot here at home at Dodd, so he's very comfortable with pitching at a very pitcher-friendly ballpark, as we know, in Dodd Stadium. He's going to be a big part going forward, especially into the postseason.
Kevin Penny shut things down over the final couple of innings. Yes, 1 run did cross the plate, but other than that, good stuff from the Norwich Southpaw, and again, by committee, finding a way to get the job done. Last night in Nashville, sure, we said maybe not the outing for John Villardiaz, but you got to look past that because all season long he has been so good for this group. Sure, 1 outing ate him up, but you look at what Adam Carpenter did last night to pick up some big innings. 6 outs save for Sean Flannery, and then tonight you get 9 outs from Sean McGettigan. You get 6 outs from Kevin Penny. And how you navigate your way to the finish line, and it can't be the same 3 or 4 guys. You need an army in that bullpen to help get you 27 outs. And over the last couple of nights and over the past couple of weeks, they have done just that.
An army is what you want. An army is what you got. 22 rostered pitchers on the Sea Unicorns team. As you said earlier in the broadcast, Nashua only has 17. They are so deep. I'm telling you what, if this was a major league roster, it would be absolutely insane.
It wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't happen at all. But these guys are dirt dogs. They are warriors, and you got a good group heading into the postseason.
No doubt about it. Take our timeout here when we do come back. Break down the final numbers from this one here tonight, and get you ready for baseball
Fireworks
tomorrow
too.
night in New Britain. Get you ready for that big ball game for the Sea Unicorns. We wrap things up right after this.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We wrap things up. Big win tonight for Norwich. 8 runs on the board, winning 8-4 over the Worcester Bravehearts. Fireworks are sounding off behind us on a fun Friday night firework spectacular, but we can't go home without discussing tonight's Capital Property Group Player of the Game and Sean McGettigan. Winning pitcher tonight. 3 innings, did not allow any earned runs. He struck out 4.
Yeah, Sean has been an absolute lightning rod out of the bullpen for the Sea Unicorns. He throws those fastballs like Thor from the heavens, and he's given the Sea Unicorns a lot of innings. I mean, coming out of a bullpen, 3 innings is a big ask, honestly, especially at this level. He came into it with his sword on his side, and he was just shoving, cruising, as you said, Adam. 4 strikeouts, and he saved the rest of the bullpen a little bit of rest.
He sure did. How about our DB Lunt? We're feeling electric. Play of the game. So many big moments, but none bigger than this one at the hot corner. Mike Fiataroni. Yeah, how are you doing tonight?
Michael Fiataroni has been electric on both sides of the diamond. We've seen him make diving plays at first base. Now we get a treat to see him do it at third base. That arguably was a turning point in this game. I think the Bravehearts really kind of started to hang their heads a little bit after that play. And can you blame them? Michael Fiataroni, an absolute Houdini act at third base. And that is why he is tonight's DB Lunt Feeling Electric Play of the Game.
Let's get those final totals tonight. Norwich, 8 runs on 9 hits, made 2 errors. And the Worcester Bravehearts, 4 runs on 7 hits. They made 3 errors here today. Winning pitcher tonight for Norwich, Sean McGettigan. And the loss tonight to the Bravehearts starter, Greg Strite. He suffers the loss this ball game, taking 3 hours and 11 minutes. Norwich is back in action tomorrow night. 6:35 first pitch from the Beehive in New Britain. A big game set up tomorrow against a playoff team. How do you attack that game tomorrow? That's the game you want to get a big win.
Well, it's your cross-state rivals, right? You're kind of getting a look at what could be the team that you face in the first round. Anything can happen this next week. It seems as if that it's going to be between Norwich and the Bravehearts for that 3rd and 4th place seeding. You don't want to count Nashua out just yet, though. They're still a very aggressive team. But when it comes down to tomorrow, you take what happened a week ago, you put that in the rear view. That's yesterday's news. You come, you play how you played today, try to do away with the errors that you committed, and just play smart baseball. That's how you do it.
Final thought for you. Matt Tabbitt on the rubber, his 10th start of the summer. Go-tos for him to get that win.
Throw strikes. You don't want to get wild. We've seen him throw pitches into the dirt and spike the ball. We don't want to see him do that. We want to see him throw strikes. Just keep on going. Take a look at his numbers one more time. 35 innings pitched, 2-1 record. 30 hits, only 16 earned runs, and the big 2-4, 24 strikeouts. I like to see him get to 27 tomorrow. Not try to do too much, just try to get the basic outs.
Norwich trying to get the job done tomorrow. They did get the job tonight. They win this 8-4 over the Worcester Bravehearts. Their magic number into the postseason dance is now down to 5 games. For all of our broadcast crew tonight, Nick DeRue, our broadcast producer and engineer, Evan Olenson, Mark Benway, Jaden running the cameras here tonight, our team reporter Logan Rundy, my broadcast partner Mike Neville. I'm Adam Plager saying so long, and let's strike out cancer together. Norwich wins it on a Friday night special, 8-4.
Own rental property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying